just the same as Andrew Wilson himself has turned down debates because he says, no, they talked about my kids. No, they talked about my wife. No, they did this. No, they did that. Brian's doing the same thing. He just says, no, that dude's a what? Like, it doesn't even matter. He doesn't even have to give a reason. He can just say no. No. Cool Vic's acting like he's never been told no before. I need to call your mother, Cool Vic. Have a little talk with her about why you haven't been told no enough.
I don't think there's a single thing. Wow.
All right. So basically, little preface here.
Finally, we're going to freaking begin.
Oops. No, that's not working like that the way it's supposed to act and play it in my ears.
She does this on purpose. This is her way of getting back at me, you know? If you're going to watch my stuff, Bucko, and react to it, I'm going to put you through the most boringest possible. I'm going to make you work for this milk, Bucko.
Really awesome. Sean's incredibly kind. I've not had any issues with him. He's very informative, very helpful, and very big on the networking concept. So I'm all for it. Now, Sean invited me to come back to moderate 3 more debates, and they're piled back to back, so that I can make, I don't know if that's for me necessarily, but they're piled back to back, which is convenient. So I make one trip out to Vegas and not going every week, of course. So I'll be out there at the end of the month. So if you do want to donate to the cause, #round2 in your super chats or cash apps to support that cause.
So that's another thing I was surprised at. She says to donate to the cause. So because she's going to be moderating some of Digital Social Hours debates, as she just said, but she's not getting paid at all. She's just doing this work for free. I could like I wasn't going to get paid either to be a debater. I don't think any of the debaters, like the 1v10, are going to be getting paid. I don't even know if Brian Shapiro gets paid, to be honest. I don't know what the hell's going on. But still, like, if she's actually working on the show, like being the moderator, she's not getting paid anything. I mean, does she, like, what kind of, typically you do that for exposure. So like the debaters, right? Like they're going to go on there and try to get like a moment, so they could go viral, hopefully. And therefore they could then grow their channel, right? That's what they're doing it for. But what's she doing it for? Like, she's not going to gain any clout from being a moderator. Like, what does she think people are going to see her on there? Like, wow, who's her? I got to subscribe to her channel. I hope she has a simp tier that I could sub to. Like, that's not how that works. Like, no one really cares about the moderator. So, like, I don't know. Like, what's she going to have to gain from this exactly? Not cool, Josh, for the 10. My boy's legit irritated today. Throw a W in the chat for cool MF Vic. Thank you very much, Joshy. I appreciate you. Appreciate you very much.
But I'll be going out there. Andrew from Dragon Fist TV will be joining me as well. I know Soy Pill's going to be on one of the debates. I know Millennial Mike's going to be on a debate. And these are all Mater people. So I'm super excited to be able to bring that. Now, the first debate is Brian Shapiro. And the next day's debate is Dr. William James, I think his name is. And the third debate is Jake.
Maybe she's an independent contractor, like how they do in wrestling. Well, yeah, I'm sure she's an independent contractor, but I mean, like, they're not going to cover her travel or anything. I don't know if she's going to be moderating. Like, I don't know. I just think it's a little weird. Again, like for the debaters, like at the very least, you're going to get some notoriety potentially from doing this, and you could add it to your resume. But like, she's just moderating. She's not debating.
I screwed up. It's like Barsatella, I think, or something like that. And so obviously we're very familiar with Brian Shapiro. I've hosted his throwdowns before here on the Raging Tomato. I went when I was out there last and he found out I was going to be in Vegas. He said, hey, come join me on my show. We had a good time. That was pretty fun. Even though it got funny, like, and heated, I still had a really good time. Me, him, and Andrew all went to lunch afterwards and laughed at it. It was good. So what you guys see on the cameras is always one thing, but everyone still laughs afterwards and said, that was really fun. Yeah, that was really good. So don't be alarmed when content creators can argue. This is the fun thing about this. Content creators can argue and debate and yell at each other all day long on screen, and then go off screen, shake hands, laugh about it, say, that was really good, bro. Yeah, good game. And everybody moves along. So don't be fooled. All right. A lot of these content creators actually get along really, really well in this space. But anywho, so I will be going out and I will be moderating those 3 other debates. Oh, Marte will be there. I did see that on the roster. Marte, our good old Marte. I'm excited. Okay.
Oh yeah. Hopefully Marte sees this where she just talks crap on Marte.
Okay, number 1, I'm excited that I get to be taller than one dude in the room. All right. I'm excited I get to be taller than one dude in the room. And I'm pretty sure Marte's like 5'2". I don't even know if I need to wear my wedges to this one, because I may very well already be taller than him, and it'll be exciting. So if you don't know who Marte is, we love Marte. Marte, listen, look at this. Look, maybe it would have changed his mind. Maybe it wouldn't have. I don't know, which is fine. He may change his mind. Well,
so right here, I had to skip over because they're going to show that they're showing a picture of Marte that I don't want to show on here. So like, she brought up how like she thought like, she's like, oh, I thought it was weird, Bucko, about how Cool Vic, he might have known that I was moderating, but he thinks I'm a terrible moderator. He thinks I'm a terrible moderator, yet he's going to come and do this debate. I thought it was a little weird. Yeah, not everything's about you, Sara. For one, I didn't know that you're going to be moderated, not until like after I had already accepted. Not that it really mattered. It's not like if I would have known she was moderating before I officially accepted, I would have been like, oh no, like I don't. It's not all about you, Sara. I don't give a shit that you're moderating. Like I don't. The only thing I would have had to prepare for is just you being biased and protecting Brian. That's the only thing I was preparing for, was that there might be some points where I might have Brian against the wall, and you probably like would have gotten cornered and you would have like saved him. That's the only thing that I was preparing for with you moderating. Other than that, I really don't care. I don't care that you're a moderator or not.
If I don't know, if what happened didn't happen, he may have changed his mind regardless, because according to KEWL V1C, I'm a terrible moderator.
KEWL V1C.
Right? So if he had found out that I, in fact, was going to be, what is this, ultra white?
Oh my God.
Did I get
Just stick to the topic?
No, because it's a primer.
She really, oh man, like that's another thing that's really annoying about her streams, is that like she will like she'll be talking and then she'll stop, like she's like a distracted like dog or something, where you know like they see something and they get distracted real quick and start talking. She'll do that. And it's like, can you just please stay on topic?
And a paint. That's why. Where was I? KEWL V1C doesn't like my moderation, but yet he was signed up to come do a debate where I would be moderating. Again, I don't think he was aware of that, or maybe he was, but I don't know. Maybe it would have changed his mind. Ooh. Maybe it would have changed his mind. Maybe it wouldn't have. I don't know. But either way, I'm moderating all 3 of those debates. Now, Brian, of course, as every reasonable show host who has a setup, and you don't need.
Brian's the host of the show. I mean, he's like the featured debater. He's the star of that debate, but he's not. What does she mean host? Sean Kelly's hosting the debate. It's not Brian, but that tells a lot. Does Brian now own the Digital Social Hour? Like, what's going on here? Does that explain why he's able to boss Sean Kelly around and let him and dictate who could debate him or not?
To see what? Didn't need to see what? What? Every good host has a list of who's going to be coming for an in-person debate, right? And obviously sharing that with the feature. Oh, You like it. You want to see it again.
Oh my gosh, lady, can you stop? Jeez. No, we don't want to see it.
Brian obviously saw the list. Obviously, Cool Vic's on the list. Whatever. And in finding out he was going to be there, made the determination that he doesn't want him there. End of story. Now,
so this is why I think I honestly, my theory is still stands that Sara told Brian, or Sara told Sean, to make sure Brian sees the list. It's one of those two things. It doesn't make sense to me that the featured debater would have a list of who's going to be debating them. It just doesn't make sense to me, because it's just random people, right? Like, it's random people that they're getting to debate the one person. You're not going to know who all of the people are. So what does it really matter to you if you see the list or not? That would be like if you didn't speak Japanese and they showed you like, hey, read this, and does this seem like grammatically accurate? And you're reading it and you're just like, I guess it is. I don't know how to read Japanese. It's the same thing. Like, if you were to give the list of the guests, like, you're not going to know who everybody is. So why would you need to know that necessarily? It doesn't make any sense. Like, even if Sean Kelly handed all of the featured debaters the lists, like, they're going to look at them like, okay, I don't know who any of these people are. I don't care. Like, here you go. So that's why I don't think this is an organic thing. I really don't believe it's standard procedure that they're like, here's the list of guests, and Brian looked at it. Brian doesn't care. Like I said, like, they don't care. Like, it's just, they're debating random people for all they know. So I honestly believe that Sara does have access to the list because she's the moderator, and I'm pretty sure she probably has some sort of role getting these debaters on there. So I'm sure she does have access to the list. I'm pretty sure that, again, she either told Brian herself when they were lying in bed together, or she told Sean, hey, Sean, I think you should have Brian look over this list. There might be some people on there he might not want on there. That's my theory on what happened.
Backstory behind why Brian would not want our darling KEWL V1C to be there, the man who spells his name like a sixth grader. The reason why he would not want to be there.
Yeah, for someone named the Raging Tomato. Oh, no! I come so far.
That was really good, bro. Yeah, good. So I'll be pretty sure Marte's like 5'2". Didn't need to see what? You see that the content that KEWL V1C does, you'll understand why Brian would probably say, yeah, fuck that guy. Okay. I think it's reasonable for him to say, fuck that guy. I think it's fair for him to say, nah, I'm good. He doesn't have to be here. That's not enough, James. That's not enough, James. Not for me to not keep doing this. C has strangely and weirdly and almost obsessively covered everything that Brian Shapiro does. Now, I think it's strange. I think it's odd behavior. One could argue and say, well,
yeah, and that's the thing that, like, the lefties try to do. Like, they'll like just label something that they don't that, like, if something is actually genuinely funny or making fun of them, they'll just be like, well, that's weird. Like, if something's effective, they'll just label it, that's really weird. It's strange behavior. And it's like, well, what's weird or strange about it? Like, what's weird about it? And she even gives me the benefit of a doubt right here. It's like, well, if it's making money for him, and it's like, oh, okay, so you understand that there is a demand for that right now, that people want to see me make fun of Brian. So if I keep doing what the people want, is that so weird? But she calls it like weird and strange, as if I'm doing it out of some obsession or something. Which, if that were the case, then it would really look like would be that my viewer count would be going down. People would be like, hey, enough with Brian. Why do you keep covering him? My money would be going down. The views would be going down. And even after all that, I would still be making content about him. Then you could call it an obsession. But if I'm benefiting off of making fun of this guy and if people are enjoying it, then what's weird about that?
If that content makes him the most money, why would he not keep doing it? Right? Okay, I hear you. From a business perspective, if this thing works, keep doing this thing. But as every good drama reaction streamer knows, your climax will happen, and then eventually people get tired of watching you talk about the same person again and again. And if you don't come up with new content, you'll eventually lose people. And if you look at Cool Vic when he's live doing his other content, where he's like on another panel or like doing stuff that's just him and not talking about Brian Shapiro, his numbers are not very pretty comparatively. Now, he does incredibly well when he covers Brian. And I'm not going to on him as a channel. I think anybody who sees growth and has numbers and can do that, hey, good for you. More power to you. But this is like, who was it? Just Tree 411 did the same thing. She followed one person.
So now she's talking about Tree of Logic now, and how Tree of Logic, she followed one person and it led to her downfall. Imagine comparing me to Tree of Logic.
And consistently. And now, like, you'll be surprised if she gets like 60 live viewers. Like, she just completely collapsed because the saga collapsed, right? And if you don't keep pushing in different directions, it'll eventually tank. So whatever, that's his problem, not mine. I'm not going to sit here and pretend to give him advice or anything, but that's just kind of what.
I'm not going to pretend to give him advice. I'm just actually going to give him advice. You remember how Sara, she loves giving people unsolicited advice. Remember she tried doing that to Andrew, and Andrew told her to knock it off and to fuck off. And then with Rob, and Rob didn't respond, but he was thinking, this fuck off. And now here she is trying to help me. I should probably listen to Sara with her her falling subs and her live stream count. Meanwhile, mines have been growing. I guess I should really listen to her and take her unsolicited advice. Like, she really thinks she's like some kind of like wise authority that we should all listen to, which makes her even more of a lolcow, because she's not. Thank you very much, Card Camp, for the $9.99. I enjoy the shiz out of your Brian Shapiro impression. Not one step back. Well, that's because you're a no good, deplorable buffoon, mega mushroom gobbler. That's why.
The reality is for drama streamers. I've seen it happen with was it Stoned Vet? Between Stoned Vet and Generally Specific, they literally went to war to each other or with each other, and they continually sniped each other's streams. There was like snipe inception, stream inception, and they just spent all of this time talking about each other again and again. And I warned them. I warned Generally Specific, and I warned Stone Vet. I was like, bro, like, this is eventually going to tap out. Good luck, but like, find something else to cover, besides just one person. And lo and behold, it fell out. And now neither of them have very good functioning channels, right?
They would have just listened to Sara, who clearly has a very successful channel. They wouldn't be in that mess. Roger Baker for the $5. LOL, she's so unaware. All Brian talks about is Bri. Yeah, and Trump. Don't forget about Trump. Yeah, so it's like, I'm weird for covering Brian a lot, but Brian, all he does is cover Trump. And no one was paying attention to him for the longest time as he was spurging out about Trump. That's an obsession. That's Trump derangement syndrome right there. Alter Void for the 10. KEWL V1C. This witch got involved because of her backseat Karen personality, had to just come out to get in other people's business. Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you very much, Alter Void.
Both of them kind of just flunked because they were just talking about each other the whole time. So this stuff happens, and we've seen it in a lot of different spheres of YouTube happen. And it was the one thing I told myself I would never do, was like to really be that drama reaction streamer that focuses solely on one person and like goes, you know, crazy on what they're doing again and again and again. Like cover.
Yeah, she calls me a drama channel, and it's like, I'm not a drama channel. Yeah, I do cover drama, don't get me wrong, but I'm not a drama channel. And then I don't know if I skipped past it or if she gets to it, but she's like, she's like, and it's not, he doesn't even do a political channel. Like, does anybody even know what his political leanings are? And I was like, clearly she doesn't watch my channel. If she doesn't know what my political leanings are or my opinions on various different political topics. So Creates is asking, I actually don't know what the V1C means. Please summarize. Well, so V1C is my name, Vic, and I just put the 1 in there because I was being, it's funny because she said it's like a 6th grader or a 6-year-old or something. That's actually what I was kind of going for, because at the time that was like, it's like internet speak where people were placing their eyes with the 1s. It was kind of being ironic and poking fun at that, and then it just kind of stuck. So that's what I was going for there.
Pearl a couple times is fun because it's like, oh my God, why? But it's not something that I would build my channel around, right? So something to think about in the future. If you're watching a drama streamer and they hyper focus on one person, start counting the days for them. So, I mean, KEWL does kind of other content, but I don't think he really focuses on, he's got like, it's like almost every day, I think, where he's covering Brian. It's kind of cringy. It's very strange. So anyways, sorry.
I don't like it, Bucko, when he makes fun of my boyfriend, Brian. It bothers him. It really affects Brian. I always have to assure him. I'm like, no, Bucko, you're fine. You're cute. Okay. And you're totally smart. I know, Bucko. He thinks he's smarter than you, but don't worry. You're smarter than him. Thanks, baby. Yeah, I know I'm smarter than him, but he thinks he's smarter than me. But actually, I'm smarter than him. I know, Bucko. I know. Roger Baker for the $2. I meant Trump. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, he's always talking about Trump. I wouldn't be here if you weren't so liberal. V1C. Yeah, exactly. Right.
I'll come down off of that tangent now. Brian, obviously, would be probably Cool Vic's ultimate content wet dream if he could go and be in person with Brian. That makes a lot of sense, right? I would even say it doesn't sound, I mean, how many times has anybody actually seen Cool Vic debate? I think I've seen him do it a couple times, but I don't think it's like what he's built himself on, right? It's not so for him to go out of his way to go to another channel, right? To drive or fly or whatever to an in-person debate that happens to be Brian Shapiro. To me, that sounds like, ooh, I can really cause some trouble and have some more drama content to pull from this. What? Instead of the reality of like, I really actually legit want to debate him, because
I do legitimately want to debate him. I could make him look dumb. And again, I'm not even a good debater, but I just know this dude so well that I could just make him look dumb. And I don't even have to go into the personal insults. That's the thing. I don't even have to do that. But also, I know how easily spooked he gets. I mean, we're seeing it right now, how he got me kicked off. But, you know, when that other guy not called in, but when the other guy in the last 1v10 was kind of going personal with him, he's like, he's not serious. Get this guy out of here. Get him out of here, that young-looking kid. So I was like, well, look, I know that if I do that, he's going to get this guy out of here. He's not serious. So I know not to do that because I know he gets easily spooked. He really doesn't like going into personal stuff. It's like, what do you have to hide, Brian? But yeah, he doesn't really. So I already know, like, yeah, don't go into personal stuff because he's going to have me get kicked off. Surfing Suit Edgy for the 5. Did you get your Bryce Shap hat on sale for your impression, Bucko? Not yet, but I'm working on it. Thank you very much, Surfing. But yeah, apparently I'm going to go there to cause trouble. I'm going to go in there and freaking spray silly string everywhere or pants Brian and laugh at him or something. I don't know. Apparently I'm this huge prankster or I'm this huge troublemaker that everyone knows me, Troublemaker Vic. And that's what I really want to go there for. So I already told this story, but Sean Kelly sent me a list of debates and asked me, you know, hey, which ones do you want to sign up for? And there was 2 I had my eye on. Not So Erudite and Brian. And I didn't want to take both of them right away because I didn't know, you know, when the dates were. And I was like, I'm just going to do one for right now. And then if the opportunity comes up for Erudite or something, I'll take that later or whatever. And so that's why I just took the Brian one. And then when Sean hit me up saying, hey, do you want to do this one the next day, the reparations debate? Since he's like, since you're going to be in town, I was like, yeah, sure. Why not? I'll take it. And by the way, the other debates were mostly like, 1 Republican versus 10 Democrats or 1 conservative versus 10 liberals. Like, I'm not a liberal. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not an atheist. So why would I? And I get there's playing devil's advocate, but I'm not going to go there and pretend to be something I'm not because people are going to think I'm that thing. And I don't want people thinking I'm a Democrat or I'm a liberal or I'm a atheist or anything like that. Like, if I'm going to take some kind of mock debate or something, I want it to be known this is a mock debate. This isn't really what thinks. So that's why I didn't. That's another reason why I didn't take any of those. Like, one of the names that he had on there was Dinesh D'Souza. I would like to meet Dinesh D'Souza. That would be great. But I wasn't going to pretend to be a Democrat to debate Dinesh D'Souza. So I didn't take that debate. But I would have thought it would have been cool to meet him. Like, yeah, the people that I saw in there, I was like, oh, it'd be cool to meet this person, that person, but they're all right-wingers or Republicans. And so I'm like, oh, well, I'm not going to take these debates. And then the only 2 that were like 1 liberal or 1 Democrat versus 10 Republicans or right-wingers or something was Erudite and Brian Shapiro. So those are the 2 ones that I focused on.
Like, KEWL Vic has every opportunity to debate Brian in any other setting. The problem is he won't, like, he's not doing it. Instead, he's just covering the material and talking about Brian, but there's no actual debate happening, right? I mean, I even said, hey, come on over. Brian's here tonight on a Throwdown Thursday. Doors open, KEWL Vic. Doors wide open. Okay. But you don't see him doing that. Instead, he just snipe streams what you're doing. Are you grunting? Did you grunt? He just snipe streams the show, talks and calls it a day. When, like, you could have had the balls to come over and just to debate him. I would have let him do a one-on-one and everything. I would have let him have it. Go for it. I would have even tucked myself away and let them just do a speed date and go from there. Right?
Speed date. Yeah. So it's funny because I'm a troublemaker, right? I just wanted this debate with Brian so I could be a troublemaker. I could make all these personal attacks, right? I can't be trusted, essentially. But Sara was willing to let me go on her channel and I guess be a troublemaker on there. Like, I'm such a troublemaker. Like, how does she know I'm not going to go there? And because I don't care for Sara and I don't care for Brian, how does she know that I'm not going to go on her channel and infringe on the TOS or something like that? Just start spamming N-words or something. Like, how does she know I'm not going to do that if I'm such a troublemaker, right? So that's how you know it's all about control. Like, Sara just wants me to go on her channel because, listen, I'm not a big name or anything like that, but there's some clout to gain for me on her channel. Like, if she could be the one to produce the debate between me and Bryce Shap, of course she's going to jump on it. She's desperate. So this isn't about me being a troublemaker. This is about her just wanting me to do it on her channel. That's all it's about. It's not me being a troublemaker. Then, because why would she want me on her channel if I was such a troublemaker? It's so ridiculous.
But KEWL V1C just isn't that kind of guy who wants to, I don't know. It just, to me, he just wants to make trouble. Okay.
Yeah. So I just want to make trouble, but she wants me on her channel to debate Brian. That doesn't make any sense.
So he's on the list. Brian says, nope, him, don't want him here. All right. That's fair. If you are the featured guest, you absolutely can say, look, I don't want to debate that person. I don't want them here. They're problematic. I mean, Cool Vic, I would assume he's just here to start trouble, right? I would definitely not presume he's actually there to debate and be good faith because of how he covers Cool Vic, or I'm sorry, because of how he covers Brian. So Brian says no, f off. And that's the end of that. And I could tell you, there's been several other debaters in this space who have said, no, I'm not going to debate that person. No big deal. You don't want to debate him. We can't make it happen, right? If they choose to, even Andrew Wilson himself has said, I'll never debate that person because they cross my lines, right? I have lines. They crossed them. I don't want them to, I'm not going to give them the time of day because they crossed the lines that I said not to cross. All right, fine. Right? So Andrew Wilson can say that.
Andrew Wilson, there's a few people who he said, I'm not going to debate them because, they're usually there just to, they are there for personal attacks. Like they are there for personal attacks. That's all they're there going to do. They're just there to cause personal attacks. They're not there to actually debate. So yeah, that's why Andrew, with a few people, by the way, it's not like it's a bunch, it's like a few people, has said, I'm not going to debate them. All right, that's what that's out of it, because they are going there to be bad faith, not debate, and for personal attacks. I know Brian doesn't know me personally. He probably thinks he thinks I'm a liar or something, but I'm honestly not going to drive 3 hours to go debate only to cause trouble and get kicked out. To get kicked out or to have my shit edited out, like I wouldn't go waste my time. I actually want to debate him, but I don't think this is about Brian like being upset that I try to make fun of that I made fun of him. Like I don't think it's about like, I forgot where I was going actually. I don't think it's about that I make videos about him was what I was going to try to say, because he's debated Warren Smith and Warren Smith made videos. Your titles of your videos. But it's because Warren Smith actually has clout. I don't have clout for Brian to gain, and that's what this is all about. He doesn't want to help me out, as he puts it, by giving me the rub or giving me exposure. He wants to keep me down as soon as possible, because if more people knew about me in the channel, then they would join in on making fun of Brian Shap. They would join in on making fun of this guy or pointing out his stolen valor or pointing out this or that. And the last thing that guy wants is for that to get out. It's already gotten out a lot. He already has to deal with this shit. He doesn't want it out anymore. That's why he doesn't want to debate me. And there's nothing to gain from him debating me. Abby for the 10. We just know Vic would grab Brian's hat off his head and keep it away from him. Such a troublemaker. Yeah, I know. I'm just a rascal like that. Whose Coke is in the White House? That's funny. For the $4.99. Does Sarah not understand the concept of trolling? Brian trolls Trump every day. Cool Vic trolls Brian Shap. It's the circle of life. Yeah. Joseph Romano, Vic, if it could be arranged, would you debate him one week? Yes, I would debate him. I said this. I would debate him one-on-one on anyone's channel except for Sarah's. That's it. I just won't debate him on her channel, because not $1 back to that woman who's suing Andrew Wilson, Rob Noah, Rachel Wilson. Not going to endorse her channel or like support it. So yes, I'm down to debate Brian anywhere except for Sarah's channel. Crucible for the 5. She's just trying to get access to your audience and alternatively get another chance at the Crucible crew. Yep, exactly, Crucible.
And say, no, I'm not going to debate you because you're a piece of shit. But Brian is somehow not allowed to say that. All right. So something to think about as we listen to this, that it's not asking much to say, no, I don't want that person here. I'm not going to debate him. End of story. Right? Keep your hands clean. And I think Brian is within his, like, a reasonable right to say that. He is the feature. Unfortunately, KEWL V1C, you're not important enough. Okay. So let me get this up here.
But I'm important enough that she wants me to go on her channel and debate Brian. The troublemaker, Cool Vic, she wants me to go to her channel, even though I'm a troublemaker. The Fallen for the $5. Let's hit that goal. Yeah. Thank you guys very much for helping me hit that first super chat goal. Now for your reward, let's see the Brian Shapiro intruder. Son of a gun. There we go. I really got to separate these into folders. Here we are. There you go. Yeah. Hide your kids and hide your wife from Brian Shapiro.
On the screen.
Well, maybe your husband.
And we will watch as KEWL V1C cries about this. Okay, I'll put this one upstage and I will fix this. Is that how I had it before?
Surfing Sue Edgy, thank you very much for the 20. Lol cow tax, extra $10 to let you know you're important. Well, thank you very much, Surfing. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for the big 20. Your channel is currently dwarfing her channel. I don't understand her logic. Completely inconsistent. If you're irrelevant, then she doesn't even exist. Yeah, exactly.
I feel like I had it smaller last time. This one? Is that how I had it before? I think so. Okay.
You're not canceled, Block Party. I see you. A little clip, or before the shorts, it has a little clip of the Cool Vic. Well, that was a full version. It's pretty awesome.
Can you hear everything?
So, yeah. Why am I here, guys? Why am I here late on a Saturday night for this impromptu stream? Because I actually wasn't planning on streaming tonight. And I don't know if I was going to stream tomorrow night. I was going to come back Monday. Yeah, it sucks watching this from a video file. I wonder if I could just do this better, because I want to be able to skip this, because she just kind of she just paints and lets the live stream play, which, like I said earlier, she got mad at me for doing that before when she called me a content thief. She is like, KEWL V1C, you content thief. You just let it play and you don't even say anything. But yeah, here she is. She just lets it play and doesn't even say anything. And she just paints, while her simps are like, oh, this is what I pay $99.99 for. I filled out like
show. I didn't experience that. None of the panelists.
Oh yeah, so this is where I was talking about the where Sean Kelly charged a fee, and so right there I said, oh, I didn't pay a fee. So she's talking about that $7,000 fee that Sean Kelly was supposedly charging. This is where she talks about that.
Experienced that. I'm wondering if maybe that's like a, hey, Sean, I want to get on your show and be interviewed so that I can have some credibility or something like that. I would think that maybe if he's not trying to get you on and you're reaching out to him saying, have me on, maybe there's a fee for that, because like if you're maybe not big enough or like there's no interest level, I can understand that. But I'm seeing actually that these companies are doing this thing where you can have them, what is it? Like interview you, right? And they'll create this whole big production that's.
Hey, good to see you, Dragon Fist. And Dragon Fist TV in the chat. Everyone go sub and check out his channel. He does good stuff.
I don't know, like some great production type of thing. And they'll give you the clips, or they'll put the clips out and blah, 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 blah. And it just gives you some kind of credibility to your name. Like, oh, I was on the blah, blah, blah podcast, as seen on live TV, blah, 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 blah. Right. And I'm seeing a lot of these pop up actually. And the shit is a scam. I mean, I actually went and investigated one and looked into it and got on a call with them. And I mean, they really do. They sell it to you good. And I'm like, this is a scam and a half.
Hey, good to see you, Rachel. You actually haven't really missed much. You haven't missed much. Just Sara coping and seething and talking about how, pretty much how she and Brian. She doesn't say it. She doesn't say, "Oh, me and Brian had him kicked out," but she's just talking about that whole thing.
But and they're what's the word? Targeting like small creators or business owners.
Yeah, investigated. She was really planning on doing it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, I think she was planning on doing that. I think she was looking for ways to build her channel back up again. And she was totally looking into this. But when she saw the price tag of like 6K, 7K or something, she was like, Bucko, I can't afford this.
Who wants to get some media, like social media presence and things like that. And look, like, if you don't already have a social media building up and you're not actively doing it, this isn't going to help you. So I don't think that's what Sean's doing, because I haven't seen anything like that, but whatever. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I know it was Brian that had me kicked off, but I think that Sara is the reason why Brian was made aware that I was going to be on there, because she had access to the list. And so I'm pretty sure Sara saw the list and either tipped off Brian herself, or she told Sean, "Hey, make sure Brian has the list." So, or it's not has a list, sees this list, because there's some people, Bucko, that he might not want on there. So I'm pretty sure that's my theory. Okay. Like, that's just my theory. I don't have any evidence to that. I just don't see why Brian would have access to this list when he probably doesn't even know most of who's going to be on there. Like, so what would it matter to him if he knew the names of the people, I don't know. That's just my theory.
Him. I don't know, aside from my interactions with him, but I don't know if that is the fee thing, or if that fee is there to kind of keep people from just filling out forms for him to look at. What are you eating? What are you eating? Are you licking the floor? If he's just, doing that as a vetting process to keep people from just, throwing in a bunch of stuff. I don't know. But yeah, no fees. Especially if you're, hi, Joe Cool. If you got time to paint, my breakfast better be cooked. It's already
Hi, Joe Cool.
ready for you downstairs, baby. It's already ready for you. I love you, Joe Cool. And I already pre-made the sandwiches for later, okay? All right, here we go.
I was already in. I was in there like swimwear, and I already told you guys. I told the cool verse. Everybody was excited. I was excited. Finally, I get to come face to face with old Brian Shap himself. And it was going to be good. It was going to be good. It was going to be a real moment.
GC Mike for the 5. She's painting her in Brian's baby room. That's freaking funny. Single Dads Club for the 10. I want to see mushroom gobbling emojis. Oh yeah, I have to work on that. We need more memberships though. Smokey Bear Bad for the 5 on this week's episode of the Old Inner Cities Duplex. Thank you very much, Smokey Bear Bad.
Not just for me. Like, yes, definitely would have been a moment for me and my channel and stuff. But I think it would have been a big moment for Brian Shap as well. Because imagine if Brian Shap was actually a talented debater. Brian's been doing this apparently for 20 years, right? He's been a 20-year debater, what have you. He's been on Piers Morgan, Tim Pool. He's debated all sorts of people. He's debated greats. He's debated Rob Knorr. He's debated Andrew Wilson. He's debated all sorts of people. Now, never mind you that he's gotten destroyed by all of them. It doesn't really matter, though. The fact of the matter is he has way more experience in debate than me. So it really could have been a moment for him to really shut me up. He could have really made me look stupid. He could have really made me look dumb. I could have went in there all cocky. Yeah, look at me. I'm going to make a fool of Brian Shap. And then he could have actually maybe, I don't know, studied up on some talking points. He could have really brought some new arguments that I didn't prepare for. And he could have made me look dumb. He could have made me look dumb. So that could have been a moment for him, and then I would have looked stupid, right? My videos probably wouldn't have hit as hard because people would have seen him destroy me, right? And they would have been like, yeah, Vic, but you got destroyed in that debate by Brian Shapiro. Like this doesn't really land as hard as before. It would have been make or break for both of us, to be honest. And well, I got a message from Sean Kelly. And I actually announced this on Friday's stream because I actually discovered this during Friday's stream.
Boy. The thing of it is,
oh boy, Bucko. Oh boy. Appeal to oh boy. Oh boy, Bucko. There's a lot to unpack there.
So the thing of it is Brian doesn't care, right? In my mind, at least this is my thought process. Like, you're not, no, because you eat shoes and you.
When I was listening to this originally, and she said, no, because you eat shoes, I was just listening and I was like, wait, what? Did she say I eat shoes? KEWL V1C, you're not going to be there because you eat shoes.
Get into stuff. No.
You eat shoes and you get into stuff, okay, Bucko? That's why Brian doesn't want you there. He doesn't want his shoes eaten, Bucko.
No, you can't go out there and be by yourself. If you go out there, you go in your little playpen, and then you're going to be even more mad. So you can either be in here with me or you can go to your playpen. Which one would you like? That's what I thought. Okay. So like in my mind, here's how I'm looking at it. Okay. Here is this guy who doesn't have any debate. Like he's not like and I'm talking about Cool Vic. So from Brian's perspective, here's this guy who hasn't been on any major shows. He's not anyone that's important. It's just this weird guy that like obsessively follows my work. And every other video is about me. And he's just this douchebag dude that follows my.
I kind of zoned out. Did she already talk about, do you want to be in here with me or do you want to go in the kennel? Do you want to go be with me or do you want to go into the kennel, Bucko? I was like, I was laughing. I was like, do you want to be put in the back of the kennel, Bucko? Just like how I put Dusty in the back of the panel? Because I could do it. Do you know where you are, doggo? Do you know where you are right now? Okay. I could put you in the back of the kennel so you could behave and be in here with me, or you go into the back of the kennel, Bucko.
Stuff and talk. Okay. It's not some amazing debater. It's not Fox News. It's not Piers Morgan. It's not.
It's not Tim Pool, Bucko. It's not OAN. It's not Michael Knowles.
Some well-known commentator on political talking points.
It's not Jack Posobiec, Bucko, which my boyfriend Bryce Shapp, he knows all of those people. Vic doesn't know any of those people, Bucko.
I mean, his show isn't even like a political show. Cool Vic is a drama streamer. He's a reaction streamer. He may very well react to debates and stuff, but I wouldn't put him in the category of being a political streamer. It's not really, I don't think it's his forte. I like if you said, hey, what are Cool Vic's political views? I wouldn't be able to tell you anything. I mean, obviously he's right wing because he dunks on.
Oh yeah. So this is where she talks about like, I don't know his political views. I know he's right wing. And it's like, oh yeah, I know, guys. I'm so vague when it comes to my political views. Yeah, guys, you guys may not know this. I know, because I don't really talk about it much on this channel. I just stream drama. I know I keep it personal to myself, my political views, guys. But did you guys know I'm a Trump supporter? I bet you guys didn't know that. But I'm MAGA. I support Donald Trump. Bet you guys didn't. I'm a Republican. I'm a right winger. I'm a conservative. I know, guys. I know this is like blowing your mind. You're like, what? I know you guys thought I was like an independent or something, or maybe I was some kind of lib. I know. It's a shock. You guys didn't know that you guys were watching a right winger this whole time. Yeah, Vic, are you libertarian? I know I'm not. Shockingly enough, I'm not a libertarian, guys. I know it's a shocker. So I expect fully half of you guys to completely leave now that you guys know my political affiliation.
More lefty people, but his commentary is usually just drama or hey bucko, like weird shit like that. He's not, I wouldn't put him in politics. I wouldn't say he's a political streamer. I wouldn't say any of that. So this nobody drama streamer wants to.
Dude, I love it. That's how you know the bucko bothers her. Oh my goodness, all those members. Let's see those buckos in the chat. Bucko. Oh man. I was cracking up when I heard it. And it's even funnier the second time. Oh yeah, bucko. I mean, it's just weird. It's so weird.
He's a political streamer. I wouldn't say any of that. So this nobody drama streamer wants to come debate me. Oh, Cool Vic is a drama streamer. He's a reaction streamer. He may very well react to debates and stuff, but I wouldn't put him in the category of being a political streamer. It's not really, I don't think it's his forte. I like if you said, hey, what are Cool Vic's political views? I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Sorry if I went back too far. It's because I'm watching the file and it's like, it doesn't really have good controls, at least that I know of. Maybe I could find it. I don't know.
Anything. I mean, obviously he's right wing because he dunks on more lefty people, but his commentary is usually just drama or hey bucko, like weird like that. He's not.
I love it. I love it with little freaking stupid nonsense in like just little like stupid nonsense insults like get someone so upset. Like they when they get really bothered by it. It's just so funny. It's so dumb. Bucko. I don't even say bucko. Why does he say that I say bucko all the time? Bucko. It's just weird. It's kind of weird.
I wouldn't put him in politics. I wouldn't say he's a political streamer. I wouldn't say any of that. So this nobody drama streamer wants to come debate me, and I have no gain from debating him. There's nothing to gain from him. The only thing that comes with it is more drama streams and more lolcow content making, right? So
lolcow content making, like what I'm doing right now.
Because that's what Cool Vic does. Like he,
she is seething because she's one of the lolcows. That's why she's so upset. That's what he does. That's what that bucko does.
He like he makes everything into like, oh, this is a lolcow. And it's like, well, then what do you like? Everybody's just a lolcow at this rate. Like that's the standard. But he's just a put my hand right on it. He's just a commentator, like in terms of reacting and doing drama. He's not really saying much politically. So what is Brian's benefit to debating a drama streamer? Well, this looks like Cool Vic.
Yeah, I didn't create the lolcow. I didn't create the lolcow at all. She did, and all I do is just react. Dude, this is the woman, right? That did how many cope streams has she done since the fallout with Andrew? Like I've lost count. It's just so many. And like she's the one that chose to do all these cope streams, make a complete ass out of herself. And all I did was cover it and laugh at her and make fun of her. If there was no cope streams, I would have had nothing to cover.
Wanted to get content. And I don't mean content for I'm going to stand on my political points and make this big thing about policies and Trump and blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to, it doesn't, to me, it sounds like he just wanted to go and I guess harass Brian. That's what it feels like.
That's what it feels like, bucko. It just feels, I don't know, like I have no proof. It just feels like you want to go and harass Brian, my boyfriend. I'm not gonna And I'm not going to let him do that. I had to stick up for my man, bucko. I wear the pants in this relationship, and I'm going to fight for my man and defend him. Because Brian, listen, I don't know if you've seen his arms, bucko. Like, listen, he's still sexy to me, but his arms aren't exactly the strongest. So I got to step in every once in a while and protect him.
Like,
real quick, guys, make sure to click that like button and subscribe to my channel if you are enjoying.
He got this whole ass list from Sean Kelly, and he's like, yeah, out of this entire list, I mean, I have the list. It's a good list. It's a good list of people.
I'm going to bring up the list right now, and you guys will see what I mean. I'm going to, dang it, I have to log in. Oh, here we go. Should be no problem. Should be no problem. I'll read you guys a list, and you'll see what I mean. Passkey. Come on, just log me in already. All right, I'm in. Here, I'll show you the list that Sean Kelly. Really? Okay, now I'm in. All right, I'll show you the list that Sean sent me. So here's the list. King Azalea, 1 pro-Israel, anti-feminist versus 10. Okay. That's not really my wheelhouse. I'm not pro-feminist, so why would I be on that side? I don't really care about Israel one way or the other, so why would I do that one? Dinesh D'Souza, 1 Christian and pro-Israel versus 10. Well, I'm not anti-Christian. And again, I don't care about Israel. It would have been cool to debate Dinesh or meet him. That would have been awesome. But I'm not going to take a position I don't believe in, at least for this. And then there's Brian Shapiro, 1 Democrat versus 10 Republicans. Sean obviously got that wrong. 1 registered independent versus 10 Republicans. And then there's Not So Erudite, 1 liberal versus 10 Republicans. So that's another one that I was like, okay, I could do that. And then there's Pearl Davis, 1 red pill versus 10 tradcons. That one would have been cool. Like, I might have done that one. That one would have been a maybe. Michael Jones, 1 Christian versus 10 Muslims. I'm not a Muslim. Shabbos Kestenbaum, 1 pro-Israel, anti-Islam, and pro-mass deportations versus 10. Well, again, I am also pro-mass deportations. I'm not pro-Islam. And I don't care about Israel. So again, that doesn't appeal to me. Maverick Approach, Gravity is Fake, Simulation Theory, Aliens Exist versus 10. I could do that one, but I don't really care enough. Jacob Hansen, 1 Mormon versus 10 Protestants. I'm not a Protestant. Mystery Guess, 1 pro-Israel versus 10. Mystery Guess, so I don't really know. Don't really care. Mystery Guess, 1 Christian versus 10 Muslims. Not a Muslim. Mystery Guess versus 10 Christians. 1 Muslim versus 10 Christians. Okay, that one I could have done, but I don't know who the guest is. So, and yeah, it's nothing that I'm like, oh, I'm going to drive 3 hours for this. Jesse Lee Peterson versus 10 Christians. Oh, actually, I didn't see this one. Jesse Lee Peterson versus 10 Christians. Okay, that one that would have been cool. But I also I'm not fully comfortable like debating like theology yet. So there's that. Jay Dyer versus 10, 1 Christian versus 10 feminist. I would have loved to have met Jay Dyer, but I'm not a feminist. Breck Lover versus 10, 1 Muslim versus 10 Christians. Again, I'm not really fully comfortable debating like theology yet. Jake Brancantella, 1 Muslim versus 10 Christians. Coach Greg Adams. I would have loved to have debated Coach Greg Adams. That one I would have been down to debate. Mr. Oh, yeah, look at my Raiders collection and look at my arcade machines. Yeah, the Coach Greg lifestyle, whatever the fuck he called it. I would have loved to have debated Coach Greg's. That would have been another one, except it's versus 10 feminists. I'm not a feminist. So that one would have been out. So, yeah. So it would have been Bryce Shapp, Not So Erudite, and Jesse Lee Peterson. But again, it's like I don't feel comfortable debating theology, so there's that. So there you have it. That's why I zoned in. Again, I zoned in on Erudite and Brian. But like I said, I didn't want to take both of them because I didn't know it doesn't have the dates next to them or anything. So I don't want to commit to two things until I at least just do one. And if I'm going to choose one, I'm going to choose Shap. So that's why I chose Brian. The free agent lifestyle. That's what it was. The free agent lifestyle. Yeah, that's what it was. I would have loved to have debated Coach Craig. That would have been good, except it's versus 10 feminists. Yeah, I'm not a feminist, so I'm not going to debate that. The real debate should be why she got a boob job. Gravity is a tactic the right uses to hold minorities down. Sara is really at painting. That's funny.
The debate, left, right, center, up, down, over and around, religious, this, that.
But yeah, that's why, you know, and like I'm gonna jump at, like I do want to debate Brian, so of course I'm gonna jump on that opportunity. It's not to cause trouble or harass him. Which again, if that were the case, if she really thinks that were the case, why did she invite me on her channel to do that? Why would she invite me to debate Brian on her channel if she thought I was just there to cause trouble or mischief?
There's a lot of it, a lot of good stuff. So you had all these options and you somehow thought, I'm going to go debate Brian Shapiro. That's who I'm going to debate, and it's going to be great. Just doesn't sound to me like you're taking it very seriously as a person who actually wants to debate. Sounds like you just want to go cause trouble.
I did want to debate
and
him.
Show up just to see what kind of drama you can pull.
Who am I, Dusty? Like, yeah, that might be from the people that you hung out with, like Dusty and all of them. That's a totally something that he would do. But not me. I'm not going to go there to cause trouble. I was genuinely interested in debating him, and he won't debate me otherwise. So, of course, I'm going to take that chance. Nate the Eagle for the $5. They claim it'll be drama with you there, but by blocking you, they have just increased the drama. Yes. These people do nothing but lie and cope. Yeah. It's the Barbara Streisand effect. Single Dad's Club for the 10. You got found out. Cool. You're not an actual political viewer. Why are you so dramatic? OMG, Sara. Yeah. Thank you very much for the 10. Fat Samurai for the $4.99. I hate when women talk to their pets like that as if they can understand what she is saying. Yeah, I know, right? Thank you very much, Fat Samurai.
From Brian, because that's what you do. That's the type of commentary shows and stuff that you do. You're not like, I don't know. I haven't really seen Cool Vic debate. I'm not saying he doesn't, but I haven't seen him do it. So what is his goal?
What is his goal?
Like, just didn't make any sense to me.
It doesn't make any sense.
He says he wants to go.
It doesn't make any sense. The only reason I want to go there is to harass Brian. Yep, exactly. I just want to take his newsboy hat and go, ha ha, Brian, ha ha. Yes.
So from Brian's perspective, this guy's just constantly bothering me, I guess you could say, or streaming about me, and has like, doesn't sound like there's nothing good faith about Cool Vic in this moment. Like there's nothing good. It's some cheap brand. I don't know what it is. There's nothing good faith about it. Why? Because just look at KEWL V1C's show. He's not doing anything good faith, right? He's just talking shit. That's what he wants. That's what his anticipation is. That's all you're going to get from him. So, anywho, I don't know what Cool Vic actually thought he was going to achieve by showing up at that debate.
Yeah, because listen, Sara likes to be in control. Remember, like when Andrew told her, like, "Okay, Sara, you're in charge," but he was taking a dig at her because it's like, yeah, she wants to feel like she's in charge. That's why she's suing Andrew and all of them, because she wants to feel like she got the last laugh. You know, she lost the sub. She lost out on a lot of money on her channel. She tried to get back at them by demanding the $3,000. But then she got the $3,000. The Wilsons moved on with their lives. And her final ditch effort is just like, okay, well, I know what I'll do, bucko. I'm going to sue them. She has to feel like she has the last laugh. She wants to feel like she's in charge. How dare any of these buckos think they could get one over on the Raging Tomato? And so this is absolutely about control with her. That's why I really think that she tipped Brian off. Like she's the one that told him, hey, look at the list. And I really think that, yeah, this was to get back at me because she obviously doesn't like that I make fun of her and that I cover her cope streams. So she obviously doesn't like me. And so this is her revenge toward me. Like, oh, you think you're going to debate Brian, bucko? Well, I am going to get you kicked off. And because it doesn't make any sense. She says I'm there to cause trouble and be bad faith, yet she's willing to have me on her show to debate Brian, where again, she'll be able to have control. It's clearly about control. She definitely told him, and he acted like a girl to have you get kicked off.
Like an awkward moment.
Hold on, I gotta reconnect my AirPods. Damn it, I want it. You're in charge, Sarah. That's where it goes. And don't you forget it. I'm always in charge. I'm the queen of the panelverse.
Am I going to get a gotcha? Am I going to do something worthy? I don't know. Probably not. All right.
Bit of why you should become a member, because I cut that out. I cut that moment out of the re-upload on the YouTube. So, but it's in the live stream. But I went on my X to check a message that someone else sent me, and I saw a message from Sean Kelly. And Sean Kelly said,
I forgot to sand these little spots. Like a dumb.
Hey, Brian Shapiro said you make money off of his content and didn't want you at the debate. Do you have an issue with him? So, Brian Shapiro is already throwing a fit, already telling Sean Kelly, he makes money off of my content. I don't want him there, that buffoon. He's not a serious person. Pot him down, Sean. Pot him down. So I responded.
Come on, Sarah. How could you not laugh at that? Come on.
Yeah, if you kick, you lose. And boy, did you get kicked, Vic. Exactly. So I responded with, no, I don't have any issues with him. I do commentary on his videos just like I do with Andrew Wilson and others. He probably just doesn't like what I have to say about him in those videos. I would like to debate him. I'm not planning on doing anything nefarious to him or against him.
Yep, there you go. I wonder if Sarah's listening to that. Yeah, I still don't believe him, bucko.
I just want a chance to debate him. And then because I answered this like a day later, I sent the follow-up message. Also, my apologies for responding late. I barely just saw this message at the time I responded. So, Sean Kelly, he responded. He was like, let me talk to him. He said, let me talk to him. He didn't want you there. So then I just waited, and I said, well, I responded. I said, thank you. Please let him know I do want to debate prompts and not debate anything personal. Because I'm pretty sure that's what Brian's afraid of. He thinks I'm going to go in there and I'm going to.
Yeah, dude, if you do something at the event that was disgraceful, we and others on the right wouldn't be happy. We don't do what they do. Exactly. And the thing is, even if I were to do something, that wouldn't that give Brian the ability to go on his show and be like, see, this is what these mega mushroom gobblers do. They're just bad faith. They're not serious people. They take after their orange turd that they look up to, Trump. That's what they're not there. They just want to give me the personal attacks and not be serious and talk about the issues because they want to defend their orange turd. Like, that would be the total ammo that Brian would need. And I'm not about to give him that ammo. I have every incentive to not go in there and cause trouble.
Maybe bring up the Miguel stuff, or I'm going to go in there and bring up the Stolen Valor stuff. Maybe even the Sarah Spectre.
Who the fuck is? Oh, Sarah, you didn't know that? Your boyfriend, Brian, didn't tell you about Miguel? Oh, let's just say, hopefully you didn't send Brian any nudes of yourself, Sarah, because they might end up in a young man's DMs. JJ Mad for the $5. Is Sarah watching you while painting? Yes. Yes, she is. This is entertainment for all 15 of the simps that still watch her.
Gal. Who the I have no idea who the fuck Miguel is, by the way. Like, I kept hearing this name and I'm like, who is Miguel? Miguel, please stand up. Pretty much all he does is drama stream in Andrew's favor. Yeah, I mean, and whatever, you pick your horse, right? That's fine, I guess.
And she picked Brian. She picked all the worst horses. That's like they're awful judge and character. And like if it were, let's say if it were Rob, right? Let's say it was Rob Noor who had a debater kicked off of the 1v10. She would be saying there, oh, he's just being a little big bucko. He just needs to man up. What's he so scared of? But since it's Brian who she likes, that's the horse that she's backing. Well, listen, Brian has every right, bucko, to kick off whatever debater he wants to. He's the feature debater. And if he wants to have that, that's fine. Oh, but if Rob's in her stream and Dusty or Connor or any of them are being bad faith to Rob, then all of a sudden she has their back. And then she wonders why people call her a liberal, like a left-leaning liberal, because she always takes their side. She took RTP's side and had Rob wanted to have Rob apologize to him. Like, she always backs the wrong horse. And then when she was making too much money, having the Crucible crew on her show and Andrew on her show and stuff, even she was like, I was getting tired, buckos, of having all the Crucible people in the chat. I was already thinking about distancing myself. She's a retard. That's her problem. Sarah, your issue is you're a retard who doesn't know how to choose men. That's it. You just don't know how to choose the right people.
He's been covering Andrew since probably at least to my knowledge, for he was covering when Andrew was on my show, and kind of had to poke at him about kind of like some copyright, because just the way he was doing his work back then, which good. I'm glad he changed it up and is doing it different now and is actually streaming with and actually saying something, for fuck's sake. Like,
she's going off of one video. One. All right. If you go back and look at back then, it's like you're going to get people. I'm going to get various comments. Yes, there were some videos where I would talk less, and then there's some videos where I talked more. But you will see that I would get comments in the comment section, people saying, dude, shut up and just let the video play. Like, I would get a lot of those comments. So if I was just letting videos play and not talking, why would I be getting comments from people just telling me to shut up if I wasn't talking at all? She saw one video, where I accidentally covered her whole debate because the prompt was shit. So the debate ended promptly. And then so she was like, that's when she called me a content thief. She doesn't know what she's talking about.
Like, he would just let my video play and like not say anything for like 10 minutes and then come back and be like, yeah, Andrew's right. And then he'd disappear off the screen again. And I'm like, who the fuck is this? You know what? I'll bet I could go back and find all of the compliments from Cool Vic. I bet I could do that.
All right. I mean, have fun. Imagine she's going to watch all my old coverage of her debates and then make a highlight reel of me complimenting her. Like, fun. Okay. I mean, I guess she has nothing better to do with her time, but if she wants to do it, have at it. But I'm pretty sure I wasn't insulting her. Don't get me wrong, but she's just a moderator. There might've been times where I said, oh, she did a good job there. But that's it. I wasn't really over it. She was just a moderator. What am I going to compliment her on for?
I wonder, let me look through my notes.
I like how she's saying that though. Like, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll look through his old videos, bucko, of the coverage of my debates. And I'm going to find all the times he complimented me. I'm like, all right, go ahead. Have fun. Have at it.
Messages.
I would suggest finding a hobby or something. Do you have other rooms to paint? Because I'm sure that you could find anything more productive than combing through my videos to find me complimenting you.
wonder if he actually, I think he complimented me in my messages, in my DMs. I gotta go look. That would be funny. For somebody who suddenly magically says, "You're a crappy moderator." Hey, bucko. Hold on. And a little spot
Dude, she
there.
really doesn't like the
tongue and
bucko.
get to it. Okay, bucko. Might get copyright struck because you were taking extended clips from the movie Mean Girls. Yeah. Rachel is in his stream almost every time sending money. I don't know why he thinks constantly making fun of other people.
Well, I think Rachel likes when I make fun of you and Brian because you guys all suck. You guys all suck, and you guys need to be made fun of. By the way, Iotin, that's crazy. That hi Iotin, good to see you. I guess Iotin is one of the 396 people watching on YouTube right now. There's a total of 437 people watching if you include X, and then over there on Rumble, if you add to 437. There's like 17 people. So 400 something people that are watching right now. I guess Iotin is one of them. Hi, Iotin.
This right here, this was my whole thought process is like you make fun of someone, okay, like on a daily basis. And you think that he's going to be like, oh, yeah, have him come on over. Let's give him some content. Let me reward bad behavior.
It's not, you are willing to have me on your show to debate Brian. If debating Brian is something I really want, why do you want me to go on your show then to do it and reward my bad behavior? This isn't your show. It's Sean Kelly's show. Okay, it's his show. It's not yours. It's not Brian's. It's his. And if he wants to have me on there, he could have me on there.
No. Sorry. He's not. Iotin with the.
And by the way, I don't know what she's talking about. The only DM exchange that I've had with her, I've only had 2 DM exchanges with her. It was both. The first time was when she called me a content thief publicly, and I messaged her asking her if there was a problem. And then we settled it. That was that. There was nothing oh, Sara, by the way, I really love it when you do this. Like, no, it was just settling it. And then that was that. And then the second time was I was trying to find some place to debate. What's that guy's name? His name's slipping me right now, but I was looking for some place to debate this one guy. And then that was it. That was it. That's the most I've been in her DMs. That's it. Nothing personal, nothing that I was like, oh, hey, Sara, how's it going? Or complimenting her. It was purely business, both times. JJ mad for the 10. If she actually hooked up with 150 men, she can't come back from that. Even Bader has a better chance. Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much, JJ mad for the 10.
Big 10 says, I can't spell today. So here's a tomato tax. And Iotin, we do have in the video description, if you want to sponsor any of the items specifically, you can do that. And your name obviously will already go on.
She's asking people for money to pay for the paint cans and the paintbrushes. I was like, what is she talking about? Yeah, she's asking for money for paint supplies. Yeah, she's doing really well, guys. I am original vintage for the Australian 2. Why is a ladder reacting to your video? I know, right? Not cool, Josh. Thank you very much for the $5. Isn't playing the clip of you saying the opposite of wanting to start trouble a cell phone? This is humiliating her, and she doesn't even understand it. Yeah, she doesn't. Thank you very much, Josh, for pointing that out. Missy for the $3.99. She's full of shit. Mm-hmm. Rachel Wilson for the $19.99 for hilariously making fun of people who frivolously sue me and bring up my deceased son and harass me in DMs while acting like they are somehow innocent victims. I thoroughly enjoy the last. Yeah, hey, anytime, Rachel. Anytime. That's what I do because these people suck and they need to be called out and they need to be made fun of. So I appreciate the $19.99. I appreciate your support. And I'm glad that I could offer you some laughs at these people's expense.
The thing, but where'd my brain go? But yeah, there's specific.
You're barely asking that now.
Specific items if you want to sponsor everything, anything specific for Tomato Junior. But yeah, he is like he's crying. No, you can't go out there. You're going to stay in here with me because if I let you go out there, you're going to eat shoes. I just had to order 2 new pairs of 2 things. It's the only 2 things I use. The only 2 things. I don't even know how you got a hold of them. They were in a bag, like my luggage bag. But yeah, like how can you actually think, hey, if I talk so much shit about this person to the point of like, it's like weird, that they're just going to willy-nilly, hey, come on in. Yeah, sure. I'll give you an opportunity to come debate me. Like,
it's not Brian's show. It's not his show.
It doesn't work that way, unfortunately. I mean,
by the way, a few months ago, Brian in the comment section of one of his videos did ask me to come into his show to debate him. I don't think that offer's on the table anymore because he thinks that I'm the one that's trying to get him fired or that reported him to the station. It wasn't me. Okay. I have never once reported him, nor have I told anybody to report him. Anybody that sent messages to his radio station, they did that on their own, but that's his claim. But he did offer me to go down to, at the time, I should have just taken it. But at the time, I didn't want to drive down there just to go on his dumb radio show. So I was like, But I did offer in response. I was like, how about we do online? Never responded. He wanted me to drive down there. So again, if I'm such a troublemaker, why did at one point Brian Shapiro invite me to a studio? And why did you invite me to your channel to debate Brian? Again, Digital Social Hour isn't either one of your guys' shows.
Anyone can say, no, I don't want to debate you. Andrew Wilson himself. I've asked him a few times, hey, would you want to debate this person? No, they talked about my kids. I'll never give them the... Do you want to talk?
Do you want to get put in the back of the kennel, bucko? Do you know where you are, bucko? Do you know where you are right now?
Do you want to talk to them? Do you want to tell them what's up? Curtains and they're...
Yeah, like I said, like back now, looking back on it, I was like, I should have just taken it, but I didn't know that I would be where I'm at now.
Red. Can I help you? Where's your toy? Toy Angel?
Pod that dog down.
Iotin checking out the curtains. Shout out to you. They are red and beautiful, and they'll go perfectly with her star-spangled bedroom. Let me go put her downstairs in her kennel, her little playpen. All
right, so she's doing that. Someone out. Thank you very much for the Australian 10. My dog just walked in while watching the stream, and I said, "What's up, bucko?" OMG, have I just misgendered my female dog? That's great. Thank you very much, Simon Ow. Simon Ow, 1 up for the 10. So yeah, there you go. Look at this now. We're literally watching paint dry, which I got to say is actually more entertaining than watching Sara talk and cope and stream on camera. So yeah, this is the entertainment where the simps go to pay $100 for a membership. For the people that walked in late, yes, she's offering memberships now to the Sleepy Tomato channel, which I call them the simp tiers. So for $9.99, that gets you like the bare minimum of stuff. And then there's the $19.99 premium simp tier. And then for $100 to be the ultimate simp, you get everything. You get access. You get everything from the first 2 tiers. And then with the third one, you just get access to videos earlier for $100. The ultimate simp tier. Yeah, what a ripoff. Yeah, it is. Who's going to pay that? Well, the simps. I should say the simps. And that's separate from Raging Tomatoes. Yeah, this is for the Sleepy Tomato memberships. I hope I captured the part where she talked about when Andrew called into the show, because I didn't get a chance to hear that. I know that's really going to trigger her. That ladder has more aesthetics to it than the aging mater's face. What am I looking at? Bafau. Let's see if there's any super chats that I missed. Nope. We're all caught up. Thank you, guys. That's the power of the Coolverse right there. 7 more to go to complete that super chat goal. For 100, you get her backbone. Oh, no. Oh, no. Ah, jump scare.
All right, I'm back. Let's see.
Scott for the $5. This is what happens when liars get caught and they continue lying. Their life collapses around them. Pride and vanity go hand in hand, Sarah. Yep, exactly. Thank you very much, Scott, for the 5.
Cool Vic says.
Huh? What did I say?
I want to let you know that I'm a fan of your channel and really enjoy what you do.
Oh, so she's reading. Okay, well, if she's going to read DMs, then let me get out the DMs. Let me dust these DMs off then. So, yeah, this was when I was trying to settle things with her. I didn't just hit her up randomly and, wow, Sarah, I'm such a huge fan. No, it was after she called me a content thief and I was trying to settle things with her. So, of course, you're going to be nice when you're trying to settle things with her. She's really like bitter. Like, she did this with Andrew. Like, remember when she went through times when Andrew complimented her? Like, she's really like bothered. Here, I'll read you the Corbin Joseph, by the way, was the guy I was trying to debate. So I messaged her. I said, hello, Sarah. I saw what you said about me stealing your content. I want to let you know that I'm a fan. And notice she left out that first part. She left out that first part. Here, let me bring this up. What an idiot. Yeah, let me share these DMs, bucko. So I said, hello, Sarah. I saw what you said about me stealing your content. She left that part out. I want to let you know that I'm a fan of your channel and really enjoy what you do. In my videos where I cover you, I plug your channel and encourage people to subscribe to your channel, which I do. And I always do at the end of people's when I'm covering other people's videos, unless they're libs, and I just, I don't. But if there's someone I like, I plug them. In my videos where I cover you, I plug your channel and encourage people to subscribe to your channel. I also link the original video in the description, so if anyone wants to see the full debate, they can watch it. If you don't want me covering your channel anymore, that's fine. Just let me know. Have a good one. There you go. That was the first message I sent. Let's see how she Let's see how she portrays it here.
This is Cool Vic.
This is Cool Vic.
You see that?
She
Cool
really
Vic.
got me.
I want you to let you know I'm a fan of your channel and really enjoy what you do. In my videos where I cover you, I plug your channel and encourage people to subscribe to your channel. I also link the original video in the description, so if anyone wants to see the full debate, they can watch it. If you don't want me covering your channel anymore, that's fine. Just let me know. Have a good one. I think I called him out.
Oh, let's see how she spins this. Let's see. I think how I called him out was, well,
like in a video while I was streaming, because I think he sent money in or something, and I called him out. I'm like, the guy that just copies my or something like that.
Yep.
And so
exactly
I told him,
what happened. I was sending her a super chat, again, supporting her, right? And that's when she said, thank you very much for the $4.99 KEWL V1C content thief, always stealing my content. I remember I was like, what the fuck? Like, she called me out in front of everybody as I was sending her a super chat. She thinks this is a good look. That would be like if I was like, Bobby Ballbags, thank you very much for the $9.99, you piece of shit, you scumbag. Like, who does that? By the way, thank you very much for the $1.99. Wait, did Mr. Hands actually survive? What is this? Far from puking, you scumbag piece of garbage. Thank you for the $2, you trash. I'm very late. We'll catch up on the recording. Not $1 back. Yes, not $1 back. Vortime, oh, you're extra for that $9.99, you scumbag. Unrelated, but I had a convo with Grid, and he still thinks he did nothing wrong. Well, yeah. By going on Sarah's show to talk about Speakeasy, even though he's so mad at her for suing his friend. Love the show. Thank you very much, Vortime. Oh, is another freaking piece of trash. $4.99. Real Robert Flowers. You thief. Is it just Robert Flowers, or is Sara scary looking as hell? Being fake ages you, bucko. Still painting her room at Brian's. Live poster in layaway. That's great. Thank you very much, Real Robert Flowers.
With more content of your own. Don't just play it and jump in every 10 minutes.
Okay, so she actually is reading what she wrote. Okay.
Blah, blah, blah. Put more meat on it from your own end, because you ride a very close line of copy. He kept popping up on my copyright. YouTube does this thing where they actually give you the original. They like mark out and say, hey, this person might be copying your shit. Cool Vic kept popping up on my stuff because he wasn't being transformative enough with the work, right? He was playing it full screen and he would be away, like off the screen. And then like every 10 minutes he would come in and say something.
So no, it doesn't just come up if you don't cover it enough. It tells you the percentages of like the video that was used. It does that. Thank you very much to the 250 proctologist, you scumbag piece of trash. I'm a big fan of your content, Bucko. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
So then he makes some excuses of like, if I chime in too much, if I don't chime in enough.
So let me read you what I said. Well, I chime in if I have something to say. If I don't have anything to say, I don't chime in. Also, if I chime in too much, people complain about that too. That's true. People do complain. People tell me to shut up. If I chime in too little, I'm stealing content. I've been accused of that too when I try to talk too little. If I chime in too much, then I'm told to shut up and let the video play. And then I put a LOL and a shrug emoji. So again, I enjoy your videos. I do encourage people to subscribe in the videos, but if you don't want me to cover them anymore, then let me know. Notice how I keep saying that. I keep saying, if you don't want me to cover your videos anymore, then just say so. I'm giving her an out. If she says, yeah, don't cover my videos anymore, then I won't cover her videos. End of story. So she put, why would they feel the need to come watch the video on my channel if they can watch the whole thing on yours? I wasn't playing the whole thing on yours, but let's see if she says that.
So again, I enjoy your videos. I do encourage people to subscribe in the videos, but if you don't want me to cover them anymore, let me know. He likes.
What was that laugh for? He likes my video. She's so desperate. She did this to Andrew. Here's Andrew complimenting me. Like, oh my gosh.
Likes me, guys. He really does. Cool Vic actually really likes me. He just can't get enough of me now. He's supposed to hate me, right? He's supposed to hate me, and so now he's not allowed to like me. So whatever. Oh wait, what did you do?
No, Sara, I already kind of didn't like you. It's kind of like some things like with the grid thing and stuff. Like there's already people who I kind of like, I don't really care for this person, but I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to cause a rift in the community. And at the time, Sara was very liked. So I was like, yeah, listen, I didn't hate Sara. Okay. Don't get me wrong. I didn't hate her, but I already wasn't a fan of some of the things that she was doing. Like she was biased. I'll never forget the AVG and Kinetic KEWL debate where she was clearly biased in Kinetic KEWL's favor, only fact-checking AVG and not fact-checking KEWL. And there was just, and then obviously the whole you're stealing content thing, like that was always like kind of left a little sour taste in my mouth. You know, why didn't she handle that privately? Why did she have to do that publicly? So listen, I supported Sara. And if she kept promoting people like Andrew and all the people that I do like and support, then yeah, I'm going to cover her and I'm going to promote her as well. But then as soon as she went ahead and spoiled it all by doing something stupid like being a dumb bitch, then I was like, okay, well, now I don't have to cover her no more. Good.
IO10, did I miss that? Oh, no, never mind. It's there. It's there. She got the curtains.
Just a guy for the 499. Sarah's got a crush. He likes me. He likes me. He really likes me. Yeah, dude. Like, it's weird. This is actually weird. Weird.
Sorry, I thought I missed something.
Eli asked, "What denomination are you?" I'm non-denominational right now, but I am looking into Orthodox, and people have referred to me to some Orthodox churches that are in my area. So it's all about getting off my ass and going into liturgy one day. But I am leaning toward Orthodoxy, but I'm not Orthodox.
I also want to reiterate that I'm a fan of your channel. I don't cover your content because I just want to steal from it. I genuinely like your content, which is also why I tune in and even support where I can. I'm a fan, and I know others will be fans as well. I kid you not. Oh, sorry.
Because again, I'm trying to get on her good side. Like she just called me a content thief. So yeah, of course I'm going to be like, yeah. And at the time, yes, like I liked her channel. Again, she was platforming people like Andrew and Jim Bob and Jake Rattlesnake and Rob Knorr. And it was a good channel to watch if I wanted to see those people destroy retarded atheists or libtards or whatever. So yes, I was a fan of that. But if she ain't gonna have them on anymore, well, then I ain't gonna watch.
Like, look at that. I'm a fan. He's a fan. He likes me. He likes me. Hey, Mikey, he likes me. Mr. Moon likes me. Yeah. Then back in October, he had reached out, early October, asking for a debate. He wanted to do a debate with somebody.
Yeah, so this is where I hit her up asking for, it was Corbin Joseph. That's who I was looking to debate. So again, yeah, those are the only two times that I messaged her. That's the only DM interaction I've ever had with her.
And he says, "Hello, Sara. I've never done this before."
But you know what? Let's go ahead and read the complete messages between me and her. So after I told, let's see. So after she read that, and then she said, "Why would they feel the need to come watch the video on my channel if they could watch the whole thing on yours?" So of course I have to clarify, and I'm like, I'm not posting the whole debate. Sometimes people don't want to watch it on mine. Sometimes they get annoyed that I pop up and talk. I know because they'll complain in the comments. LOL. When they do, I tell them to go watch the original, which I did. Also, I don't cover the whole debate. So even if someone doesn't mind me popping up and watches till the end, I tell them that if they want to watch the rest, I have the link in the description. That's also where I encourage people to subscribe to your channel. So she responds, "Dude, you really don't understand how hard..." "You really don't understand how hard we work just for people like you to just copy and paste our shit, throw a few words in there, and act like you aren't doing anything wrong." Keep in mind, I've always had a bigger channel than hers. I think toward the end of her glory days, like up until October, like maybe the 1 or 2 months before October, she actually kind of surpassed me. But for the most part, I've always had a higher channel than hers. So at this time, I'm a bigger channel than her, kind of giving her exposure. Keep that in mind. I'm not a smaller one leeching off of her content. So I said, well, I can turn that around and say, you don't know how much time I put into this as well. I'm not saying I work as hard or harder than you, because I'm sure I don't, but my videos don't just pop up out of nowhere. I take hours out of my day to put into my videos as well, and I put videos out every day. If there's going to be a day where I can't record, then that means I have to spend extra time on another day to make up for it. Because this is when, before I started live streaming, and I was putting up 2 videos a day. I do everything on my channel, no outsourcing. Yeah. So I'm going to take this as you don't want me covering your channel anymore. That's fine. I won't. Again, giving her an opportunity to say, don't cover my shit. Have a good one and take care. So that was it. And then she said, you aren't covering it. You're copying it and adding a little commentary every 10 minutes. That's cheap and stealing content. So then I was just like, at this point, I'm like, oh my gosh. So then I just responded with, so I'll ask this question and then leave you to your day. you don't think that I've exposed your channel to anyone new? She said, not the point. So then I responded, well, the fact that you didn't say no tells me that you think that there is at least some value in me reviewing your debates. So again, if you want me to stop, then I'll stop. But if you give me your okay, I'll continue doing what I do, and I'll make sure to promote your channel and always link to the original video. I also want to reiterate that I'm a fan of your channel. I don't cover your content because I just want to steal from it. I genuinely like your content, which is why I also tune in and even support when I can. I'm a fan, and I know others will be a fan as well. So again, trying to be nice. Then she responded with, at least don't play the whole debate. Cutting it at open panel doesn't count. So that's how I know she's just going off of one video. And I knew exactly what video she was talking about, because this is not a common occurrence. So I said, if you're referring to the last one, that was probably the only time I showed the whole debate. I usually don't cover the whole debate. The debates are usually 2 to 3 hours long. So no, I don't cover the whole thing. And then she didn't respond. So I just put, but will do. Thank you. So that was that. Now she's going to talk about the whole debate.
Sure. But I was looking to have a debate against Corbin something on the prompt of who is more politically violent, left or right wing, or something of that nature. I already talked to him about it and we agreed. So now we're just shopping around to a mod. You were the first person I thought of. So just wanted to see something if something that's you're interested in. He likes me.
Yeah, Mrs. D, it was an exhausting interaction. Like, I kept giving her outs. Just, okay, just tell me if you don't want me to cover your shit anymore. And then she would keep coming back with things. And I was like, oh my gosh, just, can you just stop? Just yes or no. Do you want me to cover your shit?
Oh, Sarah's a terrible moderator. I would never go on her channel. Blah, blah, blah. Suck a dick. Suck. I will grow a for you to suck, sir. You are.
She always says that. What is she trans? Why does she always talk about growing one so other men could fillet her?
So wishy-washy, stupid. I've never seen the biggest flip-flop in history. That's some shit. Okay, so either what this means is Cool Vic is a...
Yeah, also too, we were really desperate to find a place to debate on. Okay? Like it was me and Wi-Fi Gospel, it was me and Corbin Joseph, and we were looking for a spot. So yeah, of course, I'm gonna message you, be like, hey, can we come and debate on your channel? Like, yeah, like the first people I think of are Modern Day Debates and Sarah's at the time, to which I already asked Modern Day Debate, but they said no, you need names, or it has to be a 2v2, which it ended up being a 2v2. But I asked Sarah, and Sarah essentially told me that the same thing.
Terrible liar, right? And he's lying to me because he wants to continue covering my content. I really like you. I like your work. I tell everybody to subscribe. I tell everybody to tune in and watch you. I really like you. Hey, I'd like you. We need a moderator. You were the first person I thought of, Sarah. Either you're a big fat liar, or you're a big fat liar. Okay. He just has to pretend now.
So for that logic, then when Sarah would be nice to Rob, but really she hated Rob, was that her being a liar too? Was that her being a fake liar by that logic?
You know, for Rob. Poor Kovic. And the guy can't get over me. He can't get over me. He covers so much of my shit. It's like, bro, like, it's okay. You can let go now. You're supposed to hate me, okay? You're supposed to hate me. You gotta hate me, Cool Vic. You gotta hate me now. Anyways, let's push play.
Stuff. So I was like,
I thought it was kind of a genuine olive branch. Well, like I said, at that time, we were really looking for some place to debate. Like we couldn't find anyone. So that's why I reached out to Sarah.
I'm not, or maybe he just thinks I'm going to go in there to make a fool out of him, that, outside of debating him, that I'm going to go in there. That's why when people were suggesting things like, oh, I should actually bring the Brian Shapiro bingo cards and stuff, I was a little iffy about doing that, because Brian Brian gets easily spooked if he feels like you're just there to personally attack him or dunk on them. He gets very easily spooked. So I was like, I kind of really don't want to try to be gimmicky here. It would be great. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, first Sarah's in love with Andrew, now Vic. Andrew is right. This chick is crazy. Yes. Like, she is crazy. Like, what the heck? Yeah, he likes me. Oh my God, he can't get over me. I was like, oh my gosh, lady, can you stop? I want to send him home with snacks, bucko. Can someone please show me where Vic said he liked her? Yeah, exactly. I was looking for some place to have a debate. Pix Paradox for the $9.99. Anyway, let me put on his content and disengage. Yeah, exactly, right? Right after talking about being a content thief, she just lets my play while she paints her room. How long, Nate, for the 5? What an actual ditz, yeah. The real Robert Flowers for the $4.99. Robert Flowers was nice to Sarah plenty of times on her channel as she hosted debates. What the fuck does it matter? She did all of this, not Andrew, not anyone. Yeah. Third for the $1.99. Content theft reimbursement. Thank you very much, third.
But we all know Bryce Shap. He's a big baby. He's a big twat. He's a big. So I told him, and I said, thank you. Please let him know I won't. I do want to debate prompts, not debate anything personal. So, he messaged me a little while ago. He said, Dan, he said no. And then Sean Kelly said, would you still want to come to the William James one? That's the reparations debate. And I said, I'll get back to you on that ASAP. Because I don't know if I really want to drive all the way over there just to debate. I only took the reparations debate because I was ready to be in the area. I don't know if I really want to. It's not a no. It's a maybe. It's a big maybe. But that's it. That's it. Brian said no. Brian kicked me off of the debates.
Wah.
So I was like, what a bitch.
Wah.
What a bitch. Like,
He's not.
So scared
I don't
of?
think
Again,
he's being a little bit.
Yeah, of course she doesn't think. Any other man that she doesn't like, she would be saying, oh, they're being a little about it. That's how she usually is. She's usually very like demeaning to men. And if she feels like a man's being cowardly or something, she's usually quick to like demean them and be like, well, they're just being a little, they're being a little woman about it. They're being a pussy and all this stuff. But then when it's someone she likes, you know, then it's like, I don't think he was being a coward, bucko.
This guy, this debater, right? And I know he doesn't consider himself a debater, right?
Of course he has the right. No one's saying he doesn't have the right to say that, but he's a coward.
But he once did claim that he is a debater, and he's been debating for like 20 years or how many so long. So for someone that's so experienced, for someone that's done all these shows, right? He's been on CNN, Fox News, OAN, Tim Pool, Piers Morgan, syndicated radio show. I debate people every day on my show. I've talked to this person and that person and this person. You would think that with a resume like Brian's, why would he be scared to debate someone like me? Again, I have very limited debate
they keep
experience.
Saying scared.
I'm essentially a newbie when it comes to debate.
Well, yeah, he's scared. He's scared, and he doesn't want to help blow up my channel.
Okay.
They keep
there
saying
was no guarantee I was going to go and wipe the floor with him.
You keep saying scared. I don't think he's scared. I think it's just I don't care. Like I'm not gonna thank you, James. Like I'm not gonna
James, one of our main simps. I wonder if he's the $100 member. I wonder if he's the ultimate simp.
Gonna debate you. I don't care. I gotta tinkle real quick.
Ugh.
Tinkle. Here, I'll play a little. Oh no, I think
not the country music.
Hold on, just hold on.
Country music.
I gotta tinkle.
Just let my stream play. Give your freaking fans some actual entertainment. Just let the stream play. All right, I guess we'll freaking Intel is wild for the $5. Her eyebrows are going to be at her hairline pretty soon. Yeah, exactly. Real Robert Flowers, thank you for being a member for 6 months, my brother. I'm behind, so I'm watching from beginning on my TV, live on phone, and Sarah's video on the stream. So much, Vic. Maybe it's the cognac. Maybe. Thank you very much, Robert Flowers. I appreciate you and your support. It looks like she didn't play. Yeah, she didn't play anything. Yeah, he's not scared. He's just afraid, okay, bucko? There's a difference there. Intel is wild for the $5. Poor dog had her in there smelling all the paint fumes. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. What the hell? Justice for Doggo. She raised deposit when you admitted that he might wipe the floor. He might wipe the floor with you. Yeah. I got a tinkle, a 50-year-old woman. Yeah. Deport Sarah. Yeah, I know, right? Can we call ICE on her? Unfortunately, she's a citizen. Can we just make an exception, please? Send her to Canada with all the other lefty liberals.
And bypass him. And so what was he so scared of?
It's a maybe now because he's looking for drugs. That's what I said. That's what I said exactly. To me, it just didn't seem like he was looking to actually go and debate Brian. It seemed like he just wanted to go heckle him.
Yeah, he just wanted to go heckle him. Meanwhile, I want him on my channel to heckle Brian there.
And we'll prove that theory later. But yeah.
I mean, I like to think that I would have.
They'll prove that theory later.
But there was no guarantee. So what was he so scared of? Brian has a syndicated political radio show, but not a debater. Yeah.
Oh,
damn! He really fears.
She's really defensive of her boyfriend Brian. She keeps saying he's not scared of anything. No, she keeps saying he's not scared of anything, Bucko. He's not scared. Why do you keep saying that he's scared, Bucko? Why? He's not scared. He's all man, baby. Yeah, that's right. You tell him, baby.
Grow and bypass him, and that could be it.
That's what I wanted to say.
He wants.
By the way, Sarah, I'm now the ultimate simp. I'm paying $100 a month now, baby. Just like how I pay for all my other OF girls.
I don't think Brian is scared.
By the way, that's a joke. I'm not saying Sarah's on OF. I don't want to get sued.
Scared of Cool Vic. It's not like, oh, I'm afraid you're gonna come and beat me in a debate. I don't think it's that. If I could say, it's the fact that Brian has debated on a lot of, or not even debated, but been on a lot of bigger shows, right? And he has the right, just like Andrew has said no to other debaters too, but
appeal to Andrew fallacy. Yeah, that's actually a good point to Card King. You spent a week taking note of every point he made, saying, I've got to remember this for when I debate him, and she's going to prove. Yeah, a good point. If I was there just to heckle him, why would I be like sitting there making mental notes and stuff like that and taking advice from random people that message me and everything? They're like, hey, here's like a stat, or here's this that you could use in your debate. If I was really just there to heckle him.
Brian has the right to tell, to say, I'm not going to give them content. I'm not going to debate them. I don't have to debate them. He has the right to say that. Hey, tell him not to come, especially if it's in person.
Don't come. Don't come. I'm going to come, baby.
Right? And that's creepier. If you really think about it, that's even more creepy. So Cool Vic has had ample opportunities to jump on panels and debate Brian.
Like, which one? He doesn't do panels. He just does yours. Again, I think she just really wants the little clout from me. She just wants me to go on her channel. That's all she really wants. And again, it's about control too. Haha, see, Bucko, I had the last laugh. Haha. You made all these videos saying how you hate me, but now look who's come crawling back, Bucko. That's why I said not $1 back to this woman. I'm down to debate Brian anywhere, but not her channel. She's the only exception.
Online. He's had plenty of opportunities. He could have jumped on mine. He could call into his radio show, you know, all of these other things. But he chooses not to. Now, I don't know if he's actually called into Brian's show or not. He may or may not have, but like.
I have. I've called into his show a few times, but as we've seen, he's not a good faith debater with his callers. He pods them down and he shouts over them. So that's not really a good place to debate him. But yes, Sarah, I've called into a show, I think 3 or 4 times.
Your opportunity's there, bro. Your opportunity's there. If you want to really actually debate him, but instead, or he could have reached out and said, Brian, like, I'd like to just debate you. You know, I have a bone to pick with you on your philosophies and your whatever's ideal. I don't know, whatever. I don't give a shit. He very well could have just reached out to Brian and say, hey, I'd like to debate you. But instead he chooses.
Yeah. Imagine, I can already picture how it would be if I messaged Brian. Hi, Brian Shapiro. You know, like I would like to debate you somewhere. Aren't you the guy that makes videos about me every day? Why don't you go fuck off? You're not a serious person, you buffoon. Well, look, I understand you don't like that I make these videos about you, okay? However, I do really want to debate you. I think it would be good content for the both of us, and I think it would be good. Now, didn't you just try to get me fired? Why did you report my radio station? Prove that you didn't do it. Prove it. Why would I help you out? You're a nobody. You're a nobody. I've been on Tim Pool, Piers Morgan. I'm friends with Jack Posobiec. Why would I help you out? A man who makes money off of making fun of me. That's exactly how it would go. That's exactly how it would go. If he's willing to get me kicked off of this 1v10, what makes her think that he's going to accept a debate with me anywhere else?
This is the road of, I'm going to obsessively talk about this guy and follow him everywhere he goes and watch every single thing he does and talk about every single thing he does. And I'm going to just talk shit, right? But when it comes an opportunity to do a live stream or do an actual debate, like, I'm going to choose the one that's in person. Hold on, I got to set an alarm.
What's wrong with that? That was an opportunity. Someone messaged me saying you could debate Brian pretty much. And so I took it. It was an opportunity.
And
I haven't been offered to debate Brian. Like, no one's offered me. Again, the closest was Brian was like, why don't you come down to my radio show and debate me on a comment in the comments thread. It was never a serious interaction. And I said, well, how about you debate me, you know, online? Like, we could have a live stream over live stream. Never responded. Outside of that, I haven't had any offers to debate him. No one's come up to me and say, hey, would you like to debate Brian? Digital Social Hour was the first one to hit me up. So I took it.
I have to step away for just a few minutes today.
Oh yeah, her simps are totally loving. Oh, here's $100, Sarah. Oh.
Say 12.
Tomorrow, can you live stream? Can you react to a video while you're bent over scrubbing your floor?
05. Alarm set. I just think it's like, you're being ridiculous if you think that the one person who harasses Brian thinks that, I mean, when I say harass, I mean, like, you're just constantly.
I was going to say, I was like, I don't harass him.
Talking about him, right? In a weird way.
So I guess Brian Shapiro is harassing Donald Trump then, because he's always talking about Trump. I guess by that logic, I guess Sarah is harassing me too. She also harassed Andrew and Rachel for months then, by that logic.
To the point where you have like videos like of Brian, like you've made AI videos of Brian, you've made clips of like Brian saying stuff, I don't know, weird shit.
Yeah, Brian, yeah, AI video. Yeah, for grift goals. Like, and it's nothing weird or funny. It's not like I made a AI video of Brian doing a sex act with another man, like a certain former white knight of yours did with me and Andrew Wilson. It's nothing weird like that. It's freaking for like super chat reward goals. Like, what's wrong with that? They're funny. And it's not like I'm saying this is Brian, he really did this. No, everyone knows it's AI. It's freaking funny. She's seething since she knows about all those little things. Well, what's funny is that she clearly doesn't watch my show, but then she'll bring up things that only people who watch my show know. So I don't know. Like, I don't know if she's just getting information from somebody or what. IO10 maybe, who likes to watch the show. Hi, IO10. Like, maybe it's IO10. I don't know.
Just weird. Like you'd have to be some level of obsessed to go out of your way to make an AI clip to play on your show for donos or I don't know, something like that. I forget what it is, but I remember seeing like some kind of weird AI video that KEWL V1C made about Brian, and it's like, yeah, that's a little weird. Like,
why is that weird? I wonder if she's talking about the only one that's been made public that you don't have to watch the stream for if you subscribe to my other channel, which is Sarah subscribed to my other channel, the Everybody Be Cool channel. Yeah, the clip of Brian peeping in on Rob, that's up on there as a short. That's it. So, like, is she talking about that? That's funny though, and that's making fun of Brian, who asked Rob to take his shirt off.
Like one dude making an AI video of another dude to continue to play on his show.
That's a good point, Gully. Yeah, didn't she make a cartoon? Didn't she make a whole AI slop cartoon for Christmas that had me in it? Me, Marte, Rob, Andrew, Rachel. Didn't she do that? No, that's not weird. That's not weird. But when I do it, it's weird. It's weird.
And also like has his own like Brian has his own playlist over there. And like, I'm pretty sure Brian's on like every other thumbnail at this rate. I don't know. Somebody go tell me I'm wrong that him having him on every other thumbnail is not weird.
Clout from others, but he doesn't want anybody to get clout from him.
Oh, I wonder what she's going to say about this.
How dare someone tries to make money off of my name. Only I am supposed to be getting clout from people, not anybody else. No one should be getting clout from my name. So,
hey, thank you very much, Scott, for reminding me. Yes, thank you very much for helping me meet the super chat goal, guys. And as promised, here is me crip walking, the tried and true crip walk. Yeah, thank you guys very much. That's the power of the Coolverse. Way more powerful than the Panelverse. That's weird. She just calls it weird. She doesn't have any response. It's weird. Just got to start calling her Rachel Ziegler or Ziegler. Third for the $1.99. He only heckles on his show, so it's only fair. Yeah. Bobby Ballbags for the $1.99. New super chat goal. Thank you guys very much. I completely forgot, but thank you guys.
It's gonna happen now, but I was talking to Josh about it, and I was just like, I think I'm just gonna take it public. I think I'm just gonna put the news out.
Who's Josh? Did you hear that, Josh? Who's Josh? Do I have to look up who this guy is now, Bucko? Who's this Josh Bucko?
And pretty much put this out there that Brian Shapiro confirmed is a little bitch who is definitely afraid to debate me. He got laughed off of the stage before he was even on the stage. I don't know how else you would put that. Coward Brian Shapiro gets Cool Vic kicked out of debate or something.
Come on, Sarah. Come on. How could you not find this funny? Because it's about my boyfriend, Bucko.
But I don't know. Brian Shapiro should take his tampon out. He's blaming Vic for the very same thing.
It's weird.
That's a weird way to say, I've been so much of an asshole, I'm not welcome to a debate. You're saying it wrong. You spelled it.
Yeah, she really is like a queen of the Panelverse. She really is like a Disney queen. Mirror, mirror on the wall, Bucko. Who is the queen of them all? Like, I'm half expecting her to break onto that. Like, we're watching her, you know, in her little fortress or castle or whatever, painting her room, which I don't know, shouldn't her servants be doing that? And then she's like laughing, her evil laugh, you know. I'm going to make a poison apple, Bucko, for Vic to bite into. Going to put him into a deep coma, Buckos.
Wrong. The thing he should be saying is, I obsessed over a guy so much to the point where I'm not even welcomed to debate him anymore. That's what I would. That's the correct way to.
Unless it's on your channel.
Say that. It's not that Brian's a bitch. It's you're not even welcome here. You're not even not even to the platform itself, right? It's just you're not welcome at that one debate. That's it. It's like, dude, you crossed the line too many times. You're not welcome at this debate.
See, this is what it's about. It's about control. This is her revenge. Oh, he thinks he's going to debate Brian, Bucko. I'll show him. Like, it's about control. That's what it is. She wants to make me feel not welcome. You're not welcome here, Bucko. Yeah. Why don't you just scram, you mega mushroom gobbler? Like, that's what this is. This is a mean girl Sara. Like, you can't sit in this table, Bucko.
So go away. It's not that hard, right? It's really not that hard. Like, why are you crying?
Never go
Somebody
away.
Doesn't want you around them, to go away. You're saying it wrong.
Which he does himself on a syndicated radio show. He's just a straight up wussy. Yeah, that's the thing. He's like, oh, he's making money off of me. It's like, you do the same thing. You're making money off of Trump. Like, imagine like the fit Brian Shapiro would throw, right? If he got an interview with Donald Trump, right? Finally, Donald Trump's going to be on Pushing the Limits. And Brian's like, I'm not going to hold back, pals. I'm going to be questioning him hard, and I'm going to be pushing back hard. And then Donald Trump finds out who Brian is and is like, hey, I'm not going to do that guy's show. He just makes money off of me. Yeah, I'm not going to do his show, and cancels. How much of a big fit do you think Brian would be throwing if that were to happen? But he would throw a big fit, which is, I think, what's the most irritating about Brian. I think that's the number one thing that irritates me about Brian the most, is that every single thing that he lectures people about or insults people about or yells at people about or criticizes people about, every single thing he does himself.
Yeah, her gatekeeping statements and her defense of his honor lends credence to the idea that she actually got you canceled. Yeah, exactly. Andrew, it looks like Andrew was right yet again. Andrew is just always right. Like, listen, I never doubted that she was involved somehow, but the more I hear her talk, it seems like it really was like she's the one, the mastermind behind this. And of course, Brian's like, nope. She wants to say something, but she knows Vic is right. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
He does himself.
But it would work the other way. Like if, for no reason. Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, there's Alishness. There's Alishness. Yeah, see, I told you she was in her chat. That dude banned me from, like, all caps. She was mad. That dude banned me from his Discord for no reason. It's true. I did ban her for no reason, but not because, well, not no reason. She didn't technically do anything wrong. But at that time, we were getting like left-leaning people in there. And I don't trust left-leaning people on there because I want people in the Discord to feel comfortable about talking about shit. And if there's left-leaning people looking to report the Discord or, just kind of being there to lurk, to like, take something to use against me or one of my fans or something like that, I don't want them in there. And I even told her this. I was like, hey, look, there's nothing personal, but I'm going to have to kick you out. I told her that. I was like, hey, look, it's nothing personal. I'm just going to have to kick you out because we don't want liberals in there. And that's why I kicked her out.
See? Oh, cool, Vic. You don't like Alishness? You're not going to let her come play in your Discord server? Oops, did I push a button? You're not going to let her come play? Why, cool, Vic? Why? Why not? Why won't you let her come play in your
Yeah, that's the lady Rob debated and destroyed.
Discord server? Why not? She just wants to debate you.
No, she didn't. She was just in there. She didn't want to debate me. The hell is she talking about?
Oh, I have something. He made a video about me and then banned me from his server. Yeah.
No, let's get this straight. I made a video about Rob destroying you. All right. Faceless, crazy liberal number 300 that Rob debated and destroyed, which I like and people in my audience like to watch. That's what I made a video about.
Yep. Hello. You're on the vertical side, by the way. Everyone else is over on the horizontal. You can hear me, right? Everybody can hear me. But that would literally make sense. What would make sense is if Brian, because Brian does talk about Trump all the time. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what he does. So if Brian invited Donald Trump to come do an interview on his show, and Donald Trump looks at Brian's stuff and says, "This dude, he talks about me all the time. Fuck him." Okay. Now Brian could, cry if he wanted to, but
which he would cry about it. He cries that Savannah Hernandez doesn't want to go on his show. Whenever he's talking shit about Savannah Hernandez after the assault, he complains like, she won't even come on this show. I've invited her, but she doesn't want to come on. What a coward. Like he complains about that he's a hypocrite. Oh, but then he could ban me from the 1v10. Savannah Hernandez is a coward because she doesn't want to go on his show, because obviously he's going to be super aggressive with her. But he's not a coward for not wanting me on the 1v10.
He wouldn't have any right to say it's wrong. Like, people turn down interviews and shows all the time if they think that the host is a bad actor, or that we just saw this happen with the whole Netflix and the Manosphere thing. Of
course, she this is how she's a feminist. She's always like coping about the Manosphere and Red Pill and stuff like that. She's always doing videos about that, and then she wonders, why do people call me a feminist? Well, because that's why feminists usually complain about red pills and the Manosphere and shit.
A lot of people turned down that show because they said, no, I don't, the way this guy covers stuff, like he looks for the gotchas. And so no, I'm not going to let him put me in that position. Well, if Trump told Brian, no, I'm not going to come.
I'm not going to come.
If,
look at her she's desperately trying to have a good argument, but she doesn't have a good one, because I made a good point right there. Brian would be complaining for days. Again, we see him with Savannah Hernandez. If Donald Trump didn't want to do his show because he saw Brian's content, he would be calling Donald Trump a coward. That's the president of the United States. I'm a member of the media. I'm a journalist. And then I would make fun of him, pointing out how he said he wasn't a journalist. You know how that would go. I'm a member of the media, and he's the president of the United States, doesn't want to come on his show. What's he afraid of? See, I told you guys, that orange turd is a coward. That's what he would be saying.
If Trump said, Brian, I'm not going to come to your show, like, okay, because you have the right to turn down. You have the right to say, no, I don't want to watch, or I don't want to be on your show. No, I don't want to debate you. No, just the same as Andrew Wilson himself has turned down debates because he says, no, they talked about my kids. No, they talked about my wife. No, they did this. No, they did that. Brian's doing the same thing. He just says, no, that dude's what? Like, it doesn't even matter. He doesn't even have to give a reason. He can just say, no. No. Cool Vic's acting like he's never been told no before. I need to call your mother, Cool Vic. Have a little talk with her about why you haven't been told no enough.
I don't think there's a single thing.
Wow. What? I haven't been told. Lady, you're the one that hasn't been told no enough. You're the one that can't get over being told no at all and doesn't take any responsibility. At least I'm not coming on here saying, I don't know what Brian's so mad about. I didn't do nothing. I've just been sitting here. I haven't done anything wrong. Brian, I haven't been making videos about Brian. I don't know what they're talking about. I've literally done nothing. That's you. That's you. Miss, I didn't do nothing. I've just been sitting here. And for some reason, I'm the one that got in trouble for making fun of Rob. I was just sitting there when literally there's video footage of you not just sitting there instigating the whole harassment campaign right there. There is video evidence of you doing it, but then you just straight up lie and make excuse after excuse for yourself. I understand why Brian doesn't want, I'm not like oblivious or dumbfounded why Brian doesn't want me. I know why he doesn't want me there. And I understand that I always understood that there was a risk that he might get me kicked off. I was always aware of that risk. So it's not like it took me by surprise. And I'm like, what? Why would he kick me off? I didn't do nothing. I know why. Okay. You, on the other hand, refuse to accept any accountability for any wrongdoing that you have done. Not a single bit of accountability. You're the one that hasn't been told no enough. And whenever you do get told no enough, you cope, you seethe, you don't know how to handle it because you're a modern fucking woman.
That he hasn't been hypocritical about. Yeah. Rules for thee. Exactly. And even worse, he got them to kick you off the panel when you're right. What a big. Yeah. Hey, Sean, I heard this cool Vic. Did you know that he's going to be on the panel? Did you know that he makes money off of me? He makes a ton of videos. It's really weird. Quite frankly, I don't feel comfortable with him being here. It's a little.
See, how could you not laugh at that? That impression's great. Alicia says, Vic getting the next cartel sit down with Sarah's dad. Yeah, exactly. It's funny. She wants to talk to my mom, but yeah, she's always the one that's like, you got to talk to my dad, bucko. Yeah, but I'm going to have the next cartel style sit down with Sarah's dad, I guess.
A little weird. And also, too, if you ever want to have Andrew Wilson back on, don't have him back on either if I'm going to be there because he's weird. He makes cartoons about me. Fine. He's scared of you. Yeah, he really is. He always finds a minute qualifier. Yeah, exactly. Right. So if you ever like, well, Brian, you do the same thing. He'll be like, but I'm not the president of the United States.
He does say that.
There you go. There you go. Mm-hmm. See? Come on, Sarah. We all know how Brian is. We all know he's chicken shit. Come on, Sarah. Why are you still? Are you so desperate to latch on to anything that you're really latching on to Brian Shapiro of all people? Come on, how desperate are you?
That sucks, man. I was looking forward to it. I was too. I really was too. Brian is wimpy trash. Screw him, yeah. And you know what would be funny too? Let's say I decide to go to Vegas anyway, right? I'm not saying I'm going to do this. I'm just saying, let's say if I were to do this.
Yeah, keep in mind, I said I'm not going to do this, all right? I'm not going to do this.
Like imagine if I were to go to Vegas anyway, right? And to do that reparations debate.
And by the way, what I'm about to say is a hypothetical. I literally started off saying I'm not going to do this. This is to point out Brian's hypocrisy. It's a hypothetical, Sarah.
I happened to stop by the PTL radio station.
That would be weird.
K-Shap.
That would be weird.
To stop by the K-Shap radio station, right? And stand outside and be like, knocking on the door, hey, Brian, why don't you debate me? Hey, how come you got me kicked off the panel? He would probably have me escorted off or call the cops on me or something. And then he would be like, Cool Vic came and stormed my studio. Completely neglecting the fact that that's what him and America Tour did to TPUSA. Remember when they stormed their headquarters and asked us to talk to Jack Posobiec and I don't know whoever else was there?
Jack Posobiec.
He would probably be like, he stormed the studio. Then if you go, well, you did the same thing with TPUSA. That's different. That's different.
Well, what Cool Vic is saying right now, unfortunately.
So now she's going to try. Now she's going to try to spin it that I'm saying that I'm going to do this, even though I said I'm not going to do this. This was a hypothetical to demonstrate how Brian is a hypocrite. That's what the purpose of that hypothetical was. I wasn't making any threats. I'm not going to go to Brian's studio.
We're really looking forward to covering the debate.
If he was a great debater, right? Where is the others? Oh, you found it. What he's saying now, and I'm not going to say that Brian's not a hypocrite. I mean, even I.
Look how slowly, as she listens to more of my stream, she starts to agree with me more and more.
I kind of called him on that, and during my little debate with him, but Brian being a hypocrite, if Cool Vic.
Is she really going to say that? I haven't watched this yet, so I actually don't know. But earlier in the stream, she did say when I was talking about how I really wanted to debate Brian and not do anything sneaky, she's like, and I will demonstrate. Unfortunately, he goes back on this and he pretty much implies that I was lying. And I think she's going to use this part right here to show that I was lying.
Knew and understood that your appeal to hypocrisy doesn't make any difference. Well, but you're smoking. Why are you telling me I shouldn't smoke? right? Okay, bucko. So it's an appeal to hypocrisy. That is a fallacy, sir. You should probably learn that, because anytime somebody tries to say, well, they're a hypocrite, why do you do this if you're saying that and doing this and blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's an appeal to hypocrisy.
Except that's not hypocrisy though. This telling, if you're a smoker and you tell someone not to smoke, that's not hypocrisy. But you know what I really hope? I hope she actually starts saying bucko. Like, imagine like she actually just starts saying it. Like, at first she's saying it to like make fun of me, or I don't know, just to be silly. And then she actually starts saying bucko. That would be freaking hilarious.
And it accounts for nothing in the world of logic. All right. So even if Brian, I don't know any of this TPUSA America stuff. I don't know any of that going on.
Well, maybe you should read about this stuff. Maybe you should read about the shit Brian's done, Sarah.
But I will even go as far as saying, Cool Vic, it would be really weird if a guy who makes his entire show, dedicated to talking about Brian and watching and reviewing all of his videos and making AI videos of Brian, and literally, like, pretty sure every other thumbnail is about Brian. And you showed,
well, if the video is about Brian, then yes, the thumbnail is going to be about Brian.
Up at his radio station. That would be really weird, sir.
Which is why I'm not going to do that, Sarah. I don't know why you're arguing with something that I already said I'm not going to do.
That would be like some freakish stalker behavior, sir. And I would be concerned at the mere idea that you're even saying this.
Oh God, right? Typical woman shit. Man, this is how you know when you're dealing with the feminists. Like, it's like, I'm very concerned that you would even say that. Like, they're always playing like being like they're offended or like they're concerned. I'm just concerned that you would even throw that out there. Like, trying to paint me out. Yeah, the tone policing. Yeah, trying to paint me out into being like a harasser, or that I'm targeting someone or something, which I'm not doing. I'm not like, I already said I'm not going to do this thing. Like, I already said it. But she has to try to portray it as, well, I'm just very concerned that the fact that you even had that idea shows me that maybe you're not a very good person, or that you're very creepy. You know? Yeah, weird, bucko.
That's weird that you even say you would, like, what if I showed up at his radio station? That's creepy. That's creepy. Cool V1C, who spells his name like a sixth grader. I remember the first.
She's turning into freaking Brian Shapiro. She's starting to sound like Brian Shapiro. By the way, sounds like a sixth grader. Yeah, okay, Raging Tomato. Whatever you say, Miss Raging Tomato.
Time I wrote the word cool, KEWL, when I was in sixth grade, and I thought I was cool.
Yes, yeah. That's part of the joke with my name.
Yeah, we're gonna be cool. Bucko. But yeah, that's weird. That's weird that you even say that. And you should probably stop saying weird shit like that.
Yeah, you should probably stop. I'm just very concerned. You should probably stop saying weird things like that. But I'm not a feminist. Why do people call me a feminist?
Spot. Hi, Sasquatch. You sound good with reverb. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Oh my gosh, what is this? All right, what is this? Stop.
Thank you very much, Joseph Romano, for the 10. And also, thank you very much for becoming a member, Joseph Romano. Another documented citizen to the Coolverse. Bryce will call PD and claim you're there to essay. Yeah, exactly. This guy is there to essay me. He wants people that isn't going to give him pushback. Yeah.
She should just start, she should just start airing my stream in place of her stream more often. It would be much more entertaining, much more entertainment for her audience and her simps.
He wants people that he's not going to give him pushback or that he could look better than.
Does
give you some comment?
KEWL V1C really give himself that much credit? Like,
wait, what did I just say? What's she responding to? I kind of zoned out.
Yeah, thank you very much, Intel as well. Joseph Romano for the 10. It's because you could put Brian. It's because you could put Brian. I'm going to go ahead and say I think I could put Brian. Thank you very much, Joseph Romano, for the 10. And also thank you very much for becoming a member, Joseph Romano. Another documented citizen to the Coolverse. Bryce Shep will call PD and claim you're there to essay. Yeah, exactly. This guy is there to essay me. He wants people that isn't going to give him pushback. Yeah. He wants people that he's not going to give him pushback or that he could look better than.
Oh, okay. Look how offended she is. Oh my God. Oh my God. Does he really think that? Oh my God.
Some comment.
KEWL V1C really.
Which, by the way, going back a little bit earlier about how she's so concerned about me saying that about me going to his radio station, right? But yet she wants me on her channel to debate Brian. I'm such a threat, right? I'm so crazy. I'm so wild. I'm just up to no good. But she wants me to debate Brian on her channel. Like, make it make sense.
Give himself that much credit. Like, if you think about it, like, oh, you're the only person that could possibly give Brian Shapiro pushback. Well, I'll tell you right now, Andrew Dragon Fist TV, our Andrew, good Andrew, is going to that debate. He's had
but not the pushback in the way that I can, though.
Plenty of conversations with Brian. He was even on Brian's show. He was there with us during my show on when I was at the radio station with Brian. And we were all able to have a nice lunch afterwards and everything like that. But our Andrew has been able to give him pushback without any issues.
I'll give her that. That's true. Rachel Wilson, thank you very much for the $19.99. Do you want to know what's creepy? I'm glad you asked. I'll tell you what's creepy. It's creepy when someone sends Sarah a super chat and she thanks him in her sexy mom voice and threatens to send them home with snacks. Yeah, I think that's creepy. Yeah, you just, you have sex with them and then you send them home with snacks. It's fun. It's great. But yeah, her creepy mom voice is really great. Hi, James. Wow, thank you, James. Wow. Yeah, I agree. That is creepy. Thank you very much, Rachel, for the $19.99.
And they're still able to get along just fine. So he'll be there. I've seen the list. I don't know all of these other people, but I also know Millennial Mike will be there. I know he'll give pushback. I handpicked him. And yeah,
handpicked. She handpicked him. So she does have access to the list. She has access to the list. So I think this is pretty much revealing that she indeed tipped Brian off. She's the one that told Brian. I think this confirms it. She told Brian.
I don't know all of the other people, but the people that I know that are going. But Cool Vic, do you think you're that special, buddy? Do you think you're like the only person in the world that could possibly give Brian Shapiro pushback during a debate? That's
I've gotten you to say bucko, so maybe I am.
Cool V1C, the man who I have yet to see a debate. I'm sure you've done some debates, but I haven't seen any myself. But I want to say I thought I saw something that you debated. I know you've had hater people jump on and you've talked to them, but I wouldn't call that a debate, right? But you must be the only person. You are the only one that could bring down Brian Shapiro. The only possible person that can do that. Who am I kidding, man? We have to get you, like, we have to get you on there. Holy crap. Vic, V1C, Mr. Moon, we should be the only.
Dang, this is crazy. This is weird. This is weird. And I'm very concerned. Maybe the paint fumes are getting to Sara.
It should just be you and him. Because you are the one and only person who could possibly give Brian Shapiro a run for his money, and you can bring him down like the knight that slays the evil dragon. Holy shit. Does he really think that highly of himself? I mean, for real, does he really think? I mean, again, has anyone seen KEWL V1C do an actual debate? I mean,
I've said already, I don't think I'm a good debater, but I think against Brian, because I already know all of his tricks. Like, I know all of the moves that he tries to do. I know when he's going to pivot to Trump. I know when he's going to pivot to something else. There's been like a few times where I correctly called what he was going to say right before he called it. Like, that's how well I know the guy. Like, I know that if we talk about, let's say, corruption, right? And we go, oh yeah, there's a lot of Somali corruption. I know he's going to pivot to Trump pardoning the J6ers and how you don't have to pay restitution, like things of that. Like, I already know when he's going to, like, what he's going to pivot to and when he's going to pivot. And just things of that nature. Vortame for the 10, she misspoke. She didn't handpick him. She gave him a handy. All right. Thank you very much, Vortame.
If he's has, great. I've never really seen, he's not known for that. He's known for just doing drama reaction streams. That's it. That's all he's known for. You know, I mean, he's got playlists dedicated.
Damn, I could see why she put this behind the paywall now. I don't even know if I'm going to put this up on my main channel, because I could see her trying to copyright strike me, because this is like she is seething hard. Like, this is like bad. Like, holy shit. Rachel for the 999, somebody should warn Dragon Fist that she is referring to him as her Andrew. That's only going to end one way: if he does not fulfill her Delulu fantasies. Frivolous legal action. Yeah, that's actually a good point. If Dragon Fist is still in the chat, you better be careful, bucko. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you very much, Rachel, for your support. And JJ Mad for the 10. Nick is going to drive Sara insane unintentionally. Yeah, I think so. I think I should be concerned.
To talking to people. Does he have a debate thing going on? God, like, what are we missing out on? We're missing out on this amazing debater. Holy shit. I'm sure he's like the best debater in the world and can just bring Brian down. What the what a loser. He's a loser. He's a fat loser that sits here and is like, they won't let me on the show. They won't let me on the show, guys. They don't know what they're missing. I'm going to debate Brian and bring him down. Nobody else is going to give him pushback the way I do. Okay, bucko.
Love.
Dude, she's going to start saying bucko unironically now. She's going to say it so much, it's going to become part of her vocabulary. And it's going to be like self-fulfilling prophecy.
Where Intel? He will have you arrested for hate crime for being bald phobic. Yeah, exactly. Bryce shat himself.
Bald.
He also flipped off Charlie Kirk's statue
I've never
that
seen
day.
him with his hat off.
Huh? What is Brian? She's hung out with this guy. She's hung out with Brian. She spent time with him. She was on his radio show. She doesn't know that Brian's bald? What?
So the rest of the panel can ream Brian a new one constantly for not having Vic on.
Yeah, she's also all, does he have feet? I've never seen him without his socks on.
You know, it's funny because there's actually one guy. There's one guy that hit me up in the comments that's like, oh, I'm going to be there. And I told him I'm going to be there too.
What's his name, Bucko? I'm going to get him kicked off too.
I don't know if that guy, I don't think that guy watches my streams, but he watches my videos. So I hope he gets wind of this. And when he's there, be like, why didn't you debate Cool Vic? If anybody from the Coolverse calls into Brian's show, and I'm not telling people to call in, I'm just saying the ones that do already.
No, Sarah, there's already people that call into a show. I don't tell anybody to call in.
If you do call in, you should bring up, hey, why don't you debate Cool Vic?
See,
don't let him forget it. Don't let him
he
squeak by
doesn't
thinking
want
that
you
you could
here.
just bully people and like kick people.
Why doesn't he debate Cool Vic? What's wrong with that? Oh.
To review the video the next day of people calling in and asking, why aren't you going to debate Cool Vic? Right? And laughing about it. So, gee, I can't figure out why Brian wouldn't want you anywhere near him. You're literally inciting for them to basically call and harass Brian about why you where'd my brain go?
She why is she asking that now? It's been gone for a long time, Sarah. It's been gone for at least, I don't know, at least months. Rachel Wilson for the $1.99. Brian does the deed, hat on, confirmed. Yeah, exactly. Confirmed.
About why you can't do the debate. You already know the answer. And
why you can't do the debate. You're not in charge, Sarah. See, why is she talking like she's in charge? And I'm supposed to not come to the conclusion that she's the one that had me kicked off? Like, her and Brian are acting like they're in charge. I thought it was Sean Kelly's Digital Social Hour, not Sarah and Brian, Tom's Digital Social Hour.
Instead of just accepting the word no, right? Instead of accepting
I've
the
accepted
word
it.
no.
I've accepted it. What's his face? Sean Kelly asked me, can you prove he didn't message his boss? And I mean, I can't prove a negative, but I could show him emails that shows that I wasn't involved. But like, what's it called? But like, I just left it on red. Like, I've accepted it. I'm not going. I don't care.
You're like, guys, you should call in and ask Brian why he's not going to let me debate him.
Well, that's more to keep my name out there. That's more to keep my name and to show his audience that he's a coward and not to let him forget that he's a coward. That's what that's for. Rachel says, this accusing anyone else of harassing is insane. Just wait until you guys find out everything that's been going on with her legal shenanigans. Oof. I can't wait till we can talk about it. I can't wait either. I can't wait either, Rachel.
That's weird. That's fucking weird, sir. I don't know about you, but that's weird behavior. Never have I ever, sir. Bucko. That's fucking weird. Guys, call into Brian's show and ask him why he's not going to let me debate. This is like, do you remember?
Oh, is it as weird as when you told people to go to Rob's channel and ask him why he was mean to Trippy? Is it kind of like that, Sarah? Is it as weird as that, or is it not as weird as that?
Grade school. Where's my 90s kids at? Any 90s kids?
All right, I think we're coming to the end. Now she just brings up a 90s reference about when kids would call, like it would be a secret three-way call, but the other person didn't know that two other people were on the line, and then they would ask the person, hey, what do you think about this person? And then the third person would be hearing in what they would say about them, like that. It's really useless. But then as I was recording this, I came back in and I saw this page. This is where she turned on where you can't rewind. So unfortunately, we didn't get to where she talks about when Andrew called into my stream. So I actually don't know what she has to say about that. And she's charging $9.99 for simps to go and become members to her channel. So I ain't going to do that. I ain't going to pay that. And so I guess we'll never know what she said. We'll never know how she responded to Andrew's call, where Andrew correctly called out that it was Sara behind this whole thing. Andrew was right again. So we don't know her reaction. We don't know how she's going to defend herself, but this pretty much confirms that she was kind of the mastermind behind this. She has access to the list. she told Brian, or had Sean tell Brian, and that's why I got kicked out, because she doesn't like me and Brian doesn't like me. So of course the mean girls are going to work together to be like, you can't sit here, bucko. Yeah, that's right. Why don't you go gobble mushrooms somewhere else, pal? You can't sit here. And then they could feel all high and mighty because they want to. Well, Sara wants to feel like she's in charge. Remember when Andrew told her, you're in charge, Sara? Because that's at the end what it's all about. It's all about control. She doesn't like that she's a lol cow. She doesn't like that I make fun of her. She doesn't like these things. And so this is her finally being in a position of power where she could, in her eyes, fuck me over. But what she doesn't realize, which again, because she's so retarded and Brian's so retarded, the Barbara Streisand effect, where because now that you've done this, it's actually going to help me more in the long run. It's actually going to help me more, and it's going to make you both look like absolute shit. And if you guys would just put your stupid egos aside and your stupid pride aside, it would be less harmful. It would be less impactful to you guys to do this. But now you've just gone and made it worse. So, hey, congrats. Have fun, I guess, bucko. What did you guys think about this? Sound off in the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, did you enjoy that video? I hope you did. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe, or else you're gay. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. I'm just trying to save you from sin. Also, make sure you catch the Cool Stream live Mondays through Fridays right here on my YouTube channel, and make sure you follow me at any of these links down below for everything Cool Vic.